Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA Chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new sea view apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill prom while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
This facility is incredible, and the work they are doing to improve farmers' environments and the environments for cows so that cows are more productive, and happier and comfier is incredible. It really, really is. So every single batch of rubber that comes in to be made into mattresses is tested for stretchiness, literally every single time. But this isn't the interesting stuff.
Forgetting the products for a second, they'll even design your very own cowshed, the cubicle layouts, the mats that you need, and every component needed for that situation and application.
EasyFix have their own custom mat shop, so no matter what type of rubber floors you have, EasyFix can either make it, modify it, create it, design it, or whatever, so that they've got something to fit your cubicle shed, your slat shed, whatever.
Tomorrow. No one's seen it, and yet everyone imagines it. We hope for smiles, not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones too. We hope that the light at the end of the tunnel isn't just a light. It's the sun shining on our days to come. We hope that even if we get older, we can fulfill the dreams we once had as kids. We hope because hope is a wonderful thing. It can't be conquered. It can't be defeated. And on the off chance that it weakens, with nourishment, it returns again, stronger than ever. At Allison, we believe that your hopes should not just remain hopes. They should become your reality, no matter who you are, where you're from, where you live, or what you do. That's why we spread empowerment to people across the world through over 4,000 online courses and career development tools, all for free, so that everyone can empower themselves, learn about their opportunities, connect with tomorrow, and grow from where they are today. After all, tomorrow is a great place to be. It's a place filled with possibilities. It's a place where you can be everything you want to be. With Allison, empower yourself.
Trinzo is a consultancy company that provides quality regulatory training and supply chain support into the medical device and pharmaceutical industry.
On a day-to-day basis, we would engage with companies around the world to tackle a wide range of industry challenges.
Clients will come to us with a wide variety of challenges. Those could be quality and regulatory compliance issues. They could be also really intense business challenges that they're trying to solve. And in that case, we'd put a team on the ground to make sure that they're really well supported and that they're being left in a better place when Trinzo steps off the project with them.
One of Trinzo's strengths lies in our ability to excel in demanding and complex areas. This is a challenge made possible by our extensive and diverse expertise in the industry.
I believe the future is very bright for Trinzo. We are growing at 30% per year, year on year. Trinzo is very deliberate in our culture. We are very collaborative, team focused, really look after employees. So we believe that happy employees lead to happy clients.
Coalfield Industrial, one of Ireland's largest distributors of industrial tools and safety supplies. With retail stores in Galway and Athlone, our nationwide distribution service offers next-day delivery on over 50,000 stock items. From our website, coalfieldindustrial.com. The #1 supplier of quality tools, safety gear and equipment from top brands like DeWalt, Snickers, Bosch, Stanley, Baco and many more. For professional tools and equipment, think Coalfield Industrial.
Good afternoon, thank you very much and welcome here to Duggan Park in Ballinasloe for one of the most eagerly awaited rematches in recent Galway hurling history. On a bumper weekend with massive finals throughout the county on both Saturday and Sunday, it is Ahascragh Fohenagh against Mullagh. And even if you're only a casual fan, even if you're not a member of either club, you'll remember the closing stages of that game. I'm Darren Kelly, joined by Cyril Farrell here in the commentary box. And Cyril, we were lucky enough to be in the commentary box with the draw match 2 weeks ago, and needless to say we were looking forward and hopeful and thankful now that we get the opportunity to call this again.
Yeah, look, it's a fantastic game the last day, and it's going to be hard now, Darren, to follow the game here beforehand, because usually when you get a good game first, like Teen Abinari and Ballindreen was a very, very good game for intermediate standard, it's hard enough to follow, but this one is, look, the place is packed. There's a crowd here that has been representing any county finals, senior A, it doesn't matter, like big crowd. Of course you have 4 clubs involved, and the 2 teams, there's one change on each side, like, but they know one another very, very well, because they've been kind of around the block meeting one another, and the score is nearly even Steven at this stage. Mullagh will feel the last day that maybe over in the general play they should have won it, and yet indeed Darren, as you know, they were lucky to draw it, because you can't ever count Ahascragh Fohenagh off. I'd be looking forward to the day that Ahascragh Fohenagh, instead of going in at half times, say 6 or 7 or 8 down, which they've done during the year even more, if they ever went in at half time 5 or 6 up, be interested to see how would they drive on from it. Again, like, there's one change on either side. Like, I see Dean Ferranty is on for Mullagh. Now this fellow was kind of injured, he won't weaken the team, and neither will Larry Tully on for Ahascragh Fohenagh. Very little changes now. Look, as you know, Darren, the numbers won't mean anything. You'll have David Lennon with number 6 probably on his back, and he'll probably be corner forward. That's part of the game now. His brother Ronan, who's having a great season, says centre back. And like, you have the old stagers there like Shane Briscoe and Dervin. These lads, they mightn't do much running now, but they're very, very good hurlers, and kind of they know how to play. The last day, the first half especially, they played very direct hurling, whereas Ahascragh Fohenagh are trying to work it through the lines. It'll probably be the same thing again, and it'll be interesting to see who wins the toss and who takes the breeze. The Ballindreen had the breeze in the second half the last day, even though Tina to me were playing, we call it the town end, and we kind of, in Ballinasloe, the locals call this the town end, the scoring goal. But look at, if you're good enough, any goal is a scoring goal, if you know what I mean. But that's the way it goes. It's all to play for. I see both sets of teams are kind of in, well, the Ahascragh Fohenagh are in a huddle, Mullagh are still pucking around, and the time has been put back to let the crowd in. It's great to see, and it's a beautiful setting, and we have to say that the pitch is in great condition considering it's been played on all year, and there's 2 matches now, and people are kind of worried during the week with the rain, with the second match going here. But Christy Brown and his management team here have done a great job. It's in great shape. It's in great shape indeed, and of course, as Cyril touched on there, it's a 4 o'clock throw-in because of the massive crowds. 2 finals, and congratulations to Ballindreen. If you only hear in the news, Ballindreen are the Galway Intermediate Champions. But wherever in the world you are, or whether you're at home in Ahascragh Fohenagh or Mullagh, it's time to run through the 2 teams. One change from each side from the draw match. We're going to start with Ahascragh Fohenagh, who are on your screen at the moment, and they line out as follows. In goal number 1 is Colin Frayne. Full back line of number 19, Keane Kelly. 3 is Luke Cosgrove, and 4 is Mark Junior Kelly, as we call him today, the unlikely hero with the goal the last day. The half back line, Owen Delaney wears 7, Porrick Mannion is 6, and Conor Kelly wears number 5. This is the way we expect him to play. Sean Blahey, number 11, will be in midfield, partnered by number 12.
22, Larry Tully. Larry coming into the team instead of Diarmuid O'Brien. The half-forward line, Cathal Mannion, Mark Kelly and Robert Green. They could play in any position along the 40. And the same you could say about the inside line of Luke Murray, Owen Naughton and Noel Ward. Sir, one change as you mentioned there is well, plenty of options for Ahascragh Fohenagh. No doubt to be a couple of positional changes when the ball is thrown in.
Yeah, like as you say, they can play anywhere, but they're really dependent on, say, Pádraig Mannion, Cathal Mannion and Sean Blahan. These guys are the drivers of the team, and if they're man-marked and if they don't have good games, it's hard to see Ahascragh Fohenagh win, and they depend so much on them. They bring the other guys into play. They're able to do things, and Mannion's able to do things with the ball that, like no one could, like they're genius with the ball in hand. Mullagh will know them as well. They'll probably go out to man-mark them. They're kind of more evenly balanced. As I was saying, David Lynn is after having a great game. The last day, he camping full-back, nice and steady, like, kind of came into the game as well. Cathal Kennedy, Teague tough. Sean Hardham in midfield, and the brother in goals, Paddy Hard. These lads are good hurlers. And up front, you had Cathal Dervin, he picked with number 11 his back, played wing forward, played very, very cute. Damien Monaghan got a great goal. And inside, like, you had David Lennon, Sean Canlan, Hustle and Bustle and Conor Dolphin. They were very, very dangerous inside in the full forward.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to jump in there for a second. We'll just put the Mullagh graphic up on our screen at the moment as you've gone through some of the team. It's Paddy Hardiman in goal. Full back line of 2, Niall Cohen, 3, Eddie Campion, and 4 is Cathal Kennedy. The half back line were number 5, Kevin Briscoe, 6 is Davy Glennon, and 7 is Sean O'Brien. There's a couple of positional switches there, we'll tell you in a moment. Sean Hardiman wears number 8, and Dean Finnerty, 17, coming into the team, replacing Oisin Cohen, who played the last day. Ronan Glennon wears 10, he's the captain. Cathal Dervin 11 and Damien Monaghan 12. Inside line, Keith Cohen 13, Sean Callan 14 and Conor Dolphin 15. But Cyril, just touching on the point you were saying, we expect Ronan Glennon will drop back to 6. Davy Glennon will go on the inside line. Keith Cohen might come out to the 40, while Kevin Briscoe and Sean Hardiman should be a straight swap.
Yeah, that's what they did the last time. They worked very effective. The full forward line of, say, Glennon, Canlan and Dolphin was very, very dangerous. Dolphin, last year's minor, very, very good hurler and a very kind of a natural free taker, has his own unusual enough style and it gets right down the ball, but like has his own method, but very, very good at it and a very, very effective hurler. Now again, you'd expect that he'd be well marked today, because like the last day, every time he got on the ball he caused trouble, so there'll be a man marker put on him, but whether the man marker is good enough or not is another thing.
Indeed, now as we just watch the two teams warming up there, we will have a Raw na Fiann in just a couple of moments, and then we'll listen to the start of this game. The Daniel Reeves Trophy, sir, as we talked about it in the drawn match, the tradition, the history. It felt a bit of an anticlimax when it wasn't going to go anywhere the first day, but whoever wins this game, they're not just going to be in the top 16 of Galway Senior Hurling for 2024, but they are going to create their own bit of history. First ever winners of this competition, and for both clubs as well, 6 decades for both since the last won a senior championship trophy.
Yeah, like it's a big award for a club. You get into a county final, no matter what grade it is, it's a big thing to win it. The winner takes all. At this stage, as you know, Darren, today there has to be a winner. So like there'll be extra time or even penalties if it goes that today, because like this is a replay. There'll be big celebrations either in Mullagh or Ahascragh Fohenagh. The victorious team will say commiserate with the losing team. They know another well, but it's tough to take a beating, but that's the way it goes. And like the prize is not alone the cup, not alone bringing home the cup, a county cup, but like the big prize is that you're up in the top, you're up in the A competition again, where they want to be. Now they've been up and down and kind of floating around the place, but both will see this as a great opportunity.
The big names stood up the last days. You touched on already the 2 Mannions for Ahascragh Fohenagh, the 2 Glennons from Mullagh, some new talent as well throughout the field too, a lot of workers all across the park as well. They'll depend on the big names again, but likewise too, there has to be plans in place. Cathal Mannion got 5 points from play the opening day there as well. Whether he goes direct with Ronan Glennon possibly or not will be interesting to see, but that young Conor Dolphin has really been a sensation in 2023 for Mullagh.
Yeah, well, like Conor Dolphin is the new man on the block, but they knew he was coming, very good hurler. It's great for a club to get a good forward. It's good to get any good player, but a forward is an extra help. And Sean Cannon in there, he has the hustle and bustle. But the last day as it went on, you'd have to say, to be fair to Luke Cosgrove, he got the grips of him. It happened, and that's probably going to happen in any game. How do you mark Cathal Mannion? Or do they let the man on him, or do they mark man him? That's what they have to do. Pádraig Mannion will be centre back. He'll be kind of dictating from there. The centre forward, whoever it's going to be, Pádraig will pick up his fair share of ball anyway. We have the national anthem coming thing now.
We have the national anthem coming up, going to be sang now as well in front of a capacity crowd here in Duggan Park, and they will be getting ready for the Brooks Senior B Hurling Final of 2023. A beautiful rendition of Aran Naveen by Maeve Murray from Ahascragh Fohenagh, and we hope you enjoyed that. Ahascragh Fohenagh have never won a senior championship as an amalgamation. Fohenagh were 2 times senior champions back in 1959 and 1960. For Mullagh, it's 1932 when they won the 3rd of their senior hurling championships. This is the Senior B, but it still means everything to both clubs, and for one of them, they will be playing for the Tom Callan Cup in 2024. The referee is Sean Byrne from Carnmore. We're getting ready to start to play Ahascragh Fohenagh against the wind in the first half. The ball is thrown in, the game is on, and the Brooks Senior B hurling final for 2023 is underway. And a scramble in the middle of the field. Dean Finnerty with his first touch of the ball from Mullagh down towards the corner, towards Davy Glennon. We said Davy would go to the corner, and a high challenge in them there. There's going to be a slight hold up and play. There was contact, bit of afterwards. This will be a free in for Mullagh and a chance for Conor Dolphin to open his account, sir.
Yeah, and I'd say like there's kind of a high tackle or late tackle. Davy went back on his backside. There could be a yellow card here for Pádraig Mannion. We can see it here again now. But he more or less ran into him really. It was just a little flick there. He caught a flick like it's scoreable free for Dolphin. It should give it's a yellow card for Pádraig Mannion as well now, and he has to be careful as well. So.
It's a big decision against Pádraig Mannion earlier on, but the challenge did go in high. The free given, and Sean Byrne laying down the marker there for Conor Dolphin, getting ready for his opening opportunity. 3:42 he has scored in the championship in 2023 so far, about 50 yards out from the goal with the wind in the first half. Mullagh will want to take advantage of this like they did in the drawn match when they went 8 points up. Conor Dolphin with the free, the ball has gone over the bar. We have played exactly 1 minute, 1 point to nil to Mullagh.
Yeah, like he won't miss him, like a nice little start, and Davy started well. He'd probably been better fettled today than he was the last time.
Indeed, yeah, there was concerns about Davy Glennon leading into the draw match, but he's 100% today. He was talking to both managements during the week, and they said they had a full deck to pick from. Everything today is tactical. Ahascragh Fohenagh have won a free, and it's going to be Mark Kelly, not the goal-scoring hero in the draw match, but the man that has top scored for them. 40 points in the championship so far. He's looking to get off the mark as well, and serve for free takers. They always want to nail the first score.
Yeah, it's true. Well, it's tricky enough. Like he's against the breeze. Whoever breeze in the Mullagh have it. He's out here about 5 or 10 yards in from the sideline, about 40 yards out, but it's well within his compass.
About 50 yards out as well, just over 45 there, as Cyril said. Mark Kelly taking the free towards the ball. So it looks good from our angle. The ball has gone over the bar exactly on the 2 minute mark. Both teams at a point each. It's 1 point apiece.
Yeah, even Steven. So it'll be interesting now to see what Paddy Hardman does with this puck out.
So Paddy Hardiman, as the Mullagh goalkeeper, goes through the short puck out in the direction of Cathal Kennedy, and Cathal Kennedy loves to drive the ball down into the attack, down in the direction of Damien Monaghan. What a catch he got for the Mullagh goal. We haven't mentioned that yet, but Conor Kelly for Ahascragh Fohenagh just gets in there. The ball has gone out over the line. It looks like it's been signalled in favour of Mullagh. As you can see, our few there, just difficult to see at the moment.
Yeah, it's hard to know. It's for Mullagh, yeah.
So it's a Mullagh opportunity, and I guess it is Conor Dolphin that is going to take this. So whether he decides to go for a direct shot at the post or not, or whether he finds a teammate in a better position, and he sends it towards the post. Is it good? I think it is. It's gone over the bar, and Conor Dolphin just shows the skills he has are not stopping. He gets the sideline cut. We'll see that again. It's 2 points to 1 to Mullagh.
Yeah, it's so common now. They're all able to do. It's a fantastic score, and it just gives them that little leeway again. 2-1. The game didn't settle down yet, though. He might have
been hiding behind the stanchion, but he got the ball over the bar. Mullagh win possession back again, and Ronan Glennon sends it down towards the attack. The yellow boots there of Conor Dolphin just can't get his hands on the ball, and it's won by Pádraig Mannion. Pádraig Mannion won't let that yellow card stop him from giving everything to the cause for Ahascragh Fohenagh. Down the field, it's Eddie Campion, gives it to Ronan Glennon. Ronan worth 10, but he's playing centre back, and Ronan Glennon with a long ball again. Sean Callan comes out to meet this. He wears number 14, has scored 4 goals in the championship so far, including the first goal for Mullagh in the draw match. He goes for a shot at the post, and that is the first wide of the game.
Yeah, young Cosgrove played very well there. Kind of knew he was going to come at him, held him on the outside, made him strike from the outside over the shoulder and gone wide.
So we're going to be starting again through Colin Frayne, the Ahascragh Fohenagh goalkeeper. They go short as well towards Owen Delaney, and Owen Delaney into Larry Tully, his first touch of the game. Larry sends it down towards the attack. Ronan Glennon just covering that space between the two lines as well. As you could see there on your screen, Luke Murray running out to try and get it for Ahascragh Fohenagh, not to be for them. And Mullagh having a chance to launch another attack. Keith Cohen wears number 13, playing out in the 40. Cathal Mannion in the middle of the park at the moment. Expect him to go in the half-forward line at some stage. We have a shot at the post there from Dean Finnerty, and that has gone over the bar. And Dean Finnerty, that will do his confidence no end of good. He makes it 3 points to 1 to Mullagh.
Yeah, good score, like off his shoulder, very good, and good work rate from Mullagh, gone 2 up.
2 points up, and they know they have to build up an advantage in the first half. They won't feel under pressure to get the 8 that they got the last day, but as Cyril said before the match, Ahascragh did it against Kennedy Militrum in the semi-final. They did it in the draw match against Mullagh here 2 weeks ago, and I suppose they don't really want to have to do it again, but if they have to, they will. But they are against the win in the first half. Noel Ward with the ball for them, plays the pass forward in the direction of O'Nocton, the man that got the equalising point at the end of that frantic 84 seconds. Great block down there from Mullagh from the attempted shot from Sean Blahane, who looks like he's in the half-forward line at the start of this game, and it's going to be sent out the field again by Mullagh, and it's going to be down the direction of Davy Glennon. Davy inside the 45-metre line, gets away from the defender. At difficult angle, he goes for the shot, and Davy Glennon puts the ball over the bar. Mullagh are making hay with their chances. They lead 4 points to 1.
Yeah, well, Davy might be an ordinary guy, but I'm telling you that wasn't an ordinary shot. That was caught it out of the sky, turning from an impossible on the touchline. If you put it wide to be given out to him, it was a great score. They've gone into a race into a lead.
I think with Sean Hardiman, the man to send the ball down the right for Mullagh on that occasion. A jersey being pulled there, but no foul. Sean O'Brien battling for possession with O'Nocton, and it's back for Ronan Glennon, the captain, just 24 years of age, and he sends the ball down the left, and Conor Dolphin is running out to meet this, but Porrick Mannion gets in the way, and the referee has blown the whistle, spots a foul. It's going to be a free out for Ahascragh.
Trouble here.
So there's activity actually just off the ball. The other end of the field is what Sarah was touching on there as well. And
Cathal Mannion and Ronan Glennon had kind of met one another there, so I don't know what they exchanged pleasantries anyway. Both are down.
We wondered would the two of them come to battle at some stage with each other, and you can see them there on your screen. Ronan Glennon to your left, Cathal Mannion to the right, and both very, very important players for the respective sides. Ronan Glennon, All Ireland's minor winner with Galway back in 2017, and Cathal Mannion, well, it was his birthday last Sunday, the week in between. He turned 29 years of age. He did score a goal in the 2016 intermediate final. This is Senior B. That was the last time Ahascragh won a county championship.
After going to the linesman, the linesman was a mile away from it. He's gone down out to the umpires.
So if the umpires saw anything here, it'll be interesting. And obviously there's going to be that bit of bite with both teams. They weren't lacking in the intensity or physicality of, I recall, the first day as much as the clean game. But we've already had a yellow card in the match with a Mannion clashing with a Glennon, and now we've a Mannion and Glennon go together again.
We were following the ball. Like the ball was going down the pitch, Mullagh were attacking, but this was off the ball. Both of them got tangled, and whatever they did, they hit one another, or jabbed one another or something. So the ref has gone to the umpires now. They were a nice bit away as well. They're at least 35, 40 yards away. So it's going to be, both will be warned, and it'll probably be a yellow card each.
I'll be anticipating that there too. Just looking at that there, I see Kevin Briscoe down having a chat with the Mullagh management and the experience he brings. I was talking about Ahascragh last victory. Of course, Mullagh back in 2003, they won the County Intermediate Hurling Championship, and Kevin Briscoe and Cathal Dervan, who are playing in this game, are survivors from that match as well. Can they bookend glorious careers with another title?
Yeah, well, like they've got, what is it, about 7 minutes gone now. There's a good bit of injury time now, and they're raced into a 4 points to 1 lead. It's hard to see Ahascragh if they keep falling behind down in these games, coming from behind every day.
Well, the referee's having a word, but I think it's Sean Hardiman, because I think he's given him a yellow card. So whether he was looking at another incident or not, and we'll see now what Sean Byrne decides to do in regards what happened here between the two players being on the ground. But both teams have a yellow card each. Sean Hardiman for Mullagh, who joining Porrick Mannion.
He's talking to the two boys now.
And he doesn't look like any indication he's going to get the cards out there. So I'd say it'll be just a chat now, and let's get on with it. So that's exactly what happens here. So we have the hold up and play, and as Cyril said there, we haven't got fully motoring yet in this final.
The two county boys won't be talking to one another now, but afterwards they'll go for a drink together. That's the way it is, and that's the way you have to be that way for your club.
And I'll tell you, when you're in Ballinasloe, I've no doubt the two of them will be having a chat in Golan's Hotel at some stage afterwards. We're watching Porrick Mannion here on the ball for Ahascragh, and he gives the pass out towards the left. This is good now. It's down towards Robert Green. Robert Green tries to find it inside. This is open up. O'Nocton gets closer to the goal, looking for the pass out for Noel Ward. A shot, and Noel Ward sends the ball out to the right. A well orchestrated 5-6 player move. Unfortunately for Ahascragh, it didn't have the end product.
Great move again. The sharp passing up from Porrick corner or centre back came the whole way up, but didn't get any score at the end of it. It's a let off from Mullagh.
Let off from Mullagh, and disappointment for Ahascragh. They got the point in the second minute. Granted, we had a couple of stops in that time, but they trail by 3 points. Paddy Hardiman restarts the action and sends the ball down the far side of the field. They are attacking the goal to our left. For those of you listening on audio, maybe on Galway Bay FM, we are here on Galway GATV, live in association with Stream Sport Ireland. And Cathal Mannion is the man in the red and blue jersey who just got his hands on the ball there now and goes between the two 65-metre lines. He likes to run, gives the pass. I don't know his own Delaney, the intended target. It might come for for Noel Ward, and Noel Ward losing out there as Sean O'Brien battles for possession for Mullagh, leaves it for Kevin Briscoe to Cathal Dervin. He got two the last day to Cathal. He goes for the shot here, and Cathal Dervin puts the ball over the bar, 70 yards out, 10 minutes gone. Mullagh go 5 points to 1 clear.
And after 10 minutes you can see the difference in the styles. Like again, Mullagh are direct, one little pass and a shot, whereas here come Ahascragh tried to work it short through the lines. Lovely little flick forward, but again the corner forward is going to have to fight very hard to get it.
He's going to have to fight it very hard to get it. It didn't work out for Sean Blaheen there. It looks like he's pushed forward to the full forward line at the moment, back in the direction of Ronan Glennon. He takes the ball from Mullagh, sends it down the right of the field for the brother Davy Glennon with the ball outside the 50-yard line. He's going to go for a shot. Mullagh have the confidence to go from distance. It's another point and another special for Mullagh, and it's Davy Glennon who puts the ball over the bar. His brother set it up, and it's 6 points to 1.
Yeah, well, like this difference in style here, they're direct and it's paying off again, but here come Ahascragh.
Of course, if you're a supporter of Ahascragh, there's no need to panic. They have been in this position before. They go for a shot at the post to Robert Green, and Robert Green, that goal goes to the right and wide. 2 wides in this game for Ahascragh. Now 1 for Mullagh at the moment. 5 points between the teams. Just over 10 and a half minutes gone. The breeze settling down a little bit. Mullagh attacking the railway goal to the left of our commentary box in the first half. And Paddy Hardiman to get things going again. He sends the ball down towards the space, looking for one of his players to run onto it there. It works out nicely for Mullagh. Down towards Dean Fennerty, who's pushed forward in the breaking ball. Might leave it off for Davy Glennon. Davy Glennon has it, trying to shackle off Mark Junior Kelly, and Davy Glennon wins the free inside the 45-metre line. Cyril Mullagh are making an awful lot of hay in that right flank.
Yeah, well, you see, they're feeding Davy Glennon's corner above, and he's on top. Like he was injured the last day play, but like he's improved a lot in the 2 weeks since. Like, and he's up for this. Took a great few. Like, he's got a few scores already, 2 from play, and he's been fouled twice. And this should be a tap over again now for Dolphin. The Ahascragh need to score to stay in this game, because they can't keep falling behind and expect to come the whole time. Like, they need to get a score to. As you say, Blaheen is playing inside. I don't know whether that's a good move or not, because there isn't much going in, and he won't get that much soft. Camping, these boys are steady in there. But here's Dolphin again. Look at the style, right over the ball, sitting down in his hunkers, but he's fairly good at it.
On his hunkers, the knees well bent. Conor Dolphin takes the free, but that occasion doesn't work out for him. It goes to the right and wide, so Ahascragh can breathe again. 5 points between the teams, and Colin Frayne, their goalkeeper, to get things restarted, and the teams playing in the same direction that they played during the second half of the drawing match. Ahascragh attacking the town goal on that occasion, as they are here at the moment. Sean O'Brien gets a touch from Mullagh, enough to knock it forward to a teammate. That teammate is Cathal Dervin. Cathal Dervin along the ground, and it's helped out. Ground hurling is alive and well in Mullagh anyway. They get it down towards the 65-metre line. Another hit by Kevin Briscoe, and they'll work it down to Davy Glennon, who's on the left flank there now. Gets away from the defender, does Davy. Mark Junior Kelly's with him, but Davy Glennon, he got 3 assists in the drawing match. He's gotten 3 points in the replay. He put 6 points between the teams. It's 7 points to 1.
As the fella says, he's gone daft, or he's gone mad today. There are 3 great scores and 2 or 3 frees as well. He's on top of Ahascragh. They want to switch to marker, because he's definitely on top, and he feels he's on top. When you feel that, you're nearly going to win every ball.
I think they were listening to you there, sir, because in Conor Kelly has been sent down in Davy Glennon country now. Davy is on the left flank after starting on the right. Colin Frayne for Ahascragh. A long ball down, going to be won by Sean Hardiman, but he's under pressure by O'Nocton. Sean Hardiman from Mullagh moving the ball up towards the 65-metre line, in towards the space there for Davy Glennon, and Davy's having a field day because he goes for another shot. He'll be disappointed with that. That one goes to the right and wide, but sir, you just said it there yourself. Davy Glennon is covering the full width of the field at the moment, and Ahascragh haven't worked out what to do with it yet.
Yeah, well, it's hard. You see, he's a good player. This lad has played inter-county and has won All-Irelands, and has got man in the matches in 2 All-Irelands, if not more. So he's on song. They want to cut off or do something.
Colin Frayne goes long in the direction of Mark Kelly, the joint captain, but it's broken kindly for Kevin Briscoe. Kevin Briscoe tries to knock it forward. Ahascragh and get a touch again, but only in the space. A slight reprieve as Sean O'Brien is going to send it down the left again, looking for Cathal Dervin. It comes to Damien Monaghan. Damien Monaghan hadn't scored in the championship until his goal last week. He's not going to score today because that ball has gone out to the left and wide. 4 wides to 2. Mullagh is still creating loads of chances. We've restarted straight away, and Pádraig Mannion has taken the short puck out from Colin Frayne, sends it down towards Luke Murray. Luke Murray loses out as Sean Hardiman takes the break for Mullagh. O'Nocton tries to close him down, but Hardiman sent it down the right again as attackers come out, and it's Conor Dolphin. He's out in the 45-metre line, lays the ball off for Keith Cohen, and Keith Cohen, with the referee, as he says, indicating a touch on the ground. It's a free for Ahascragh.
I don't know whether it's touch ground. It's probably the hand pass he called wrong. That's hard looking young Dolphin. I've seen the good one to me, but he's pulling for the hand pass. At the moment, the Ahascragh Fohenagh forwards are winning no ball at all. They're not creating any impression. Hardiman in goals hasn't a shot to block. Sean Hardiman, even though he's picking feet, he's more or less in that half back line. He's a good hurler. He's able to read it, and they're well on top at the moment. And Ahascragh Fohenagh has gone 14 minutes, going on to the 50 minutes. They definitely need some kind of a score.
I'll ask you a question again in a moment on that, sir, as we watch the attack down in the direction of Cathal Mannion. Cathal Mannion on the 20-metre line. There's a bit of space up for Cathal. Cathal will go for the shot. And it's, I don't know, did it hit the post or was it saved by Paddy Hardiman? It hit the post. We'll see that again, but Cathal Hardiman hit it so fast I couldn't keep up. It's gone wide nonetheless.
Yeah, Cathal Mannion again. He just powered down the left wing and left him next thing put on a turbocharge. Like this guy, he's kind of poetry in motion when he's moving. It's just left him sitting for dead. Hit like a hard look, hit the upright, went out wide. Still got no score off it. They need some kind of a score down just to hang in. They're 6 down.
They're 6 down, but I was just going to add the question I was going to ask as we watch the action. And with the fact they're against the wind, we'll wait for a moment because Damien Monaghan is going to go for a shot for Mullagh. That's going to go to the left and wide. 5 wides for Mullagh. They had 15 in the drawn match. But I was just going to say, sir, the breeze mightn't be directly going up the goal, but it is favouring Mullagh in the first half. And should Ahascragh Fohenagh be trying to close the space out a little bit more?
Favoured them all right, but it's their hurling that's winning the jewels. Here's a free out. They're not winning anything up here in front of us. We're more or less on the Mullagh half back line. They're completely on top here, and kind of feeding the ball up, and they have good forwards above. I know there is a nice breeze, but it's the style of hurling that Mullagh are playing. They have them all over the shop at the moment.
Yeah, missed-time tackle by Robert Green on Eddie Campion. You would have just seen there in the replay if you're watching on Galway GATV. Mullagh take the free out the field down in the direction of Conor Dolphin in the left corner. And the whistle has blown. I'm not too sure if the ball went out over the line. And we'll see exactly in just a moment what the decision is. But it looks like it's a Ahascragh Fohenagh ball nonetheless. And it's down in that far corner of the field. And Ahascragh Fohenagh will be happy just to slow things down in this game. We're inside the second quarter of this Brooks Senior B hurling final of 2023. 6 points between the teams. They won't want to get any higher than that, as down the right flank in the direction of Cathal Mannion again. And they were both claiming it, but I think the decision was right that it's going to be a Mullagh ball. Sean O'Brien giving Cathal a little push in the back. Again, Cathal Mannion, such an important player for them.
Yeah, and this is going to be a line ball, and you'll find Ronan Glennon is going to take it, and he probably tried to put it across the pitch. They're all moving in, but he could put it into space.
Ronan Glennon takes the sideline cut, gets well underneath it there. Who's going to come out to meet this? Looks like it'll be Conor Dolphin. Gets a good first touch to get away from Cian Kelly and went to ground. Cian Kelly went over him. Conor Dolphin got up and took the shot. And Conor Dolphin puts the ball over the bar. Well, he showed a bit of cuteness in that, it has to be said. Maturity beyond his years. An excellent score.
Yeah, but it was a line ball. It went across pitch, and like a cross pitch ball to a forward going across onto it in front. Cornerback had no chance, and Dolphin is too good to give him them kind of ball. You have to cut it off.
8 points to Mullagh, 1 point to Ahascragh Fohenagh. Long ball down the field, always going to fall for Ronan Glennon. One of the Ahascragh Fohenagh mentors there put his hand to his head. He was disappointed with that. Kevin Briscoe with the shot for Mullagh. It's going to be close, but it tails out to the right and wide. 6 wides building up on the Mullagh side of things. Like they are in the ascendancy, they are dominating the game, Cyril.
Yeah, but you see, Darren, you can see what they're doing. Every ball they got, even Ronan in there could have hit that himself, but he gave it out to Briscoe, took a shot. Now it just barely went wide, but they're playing very, very direct.
Colin Frayne comes down. O'Nocton didn't get the first touch there, but it might work out nicely for Cathal Mannion. Cathal Mannion gives it back to a teammate, takes the 1-2. The teammate was Larry Tully. Cathal Mannion down. There's a chance for Ahascragh Fohenagh. Space opening up as Luke Murray tried to ship the ball off in the direction of Robert Green. Not to be well covered by Niall Coney, has to be said. He gives it to Sean, or direct to Paddy Hardiman, who gives it to Sean Hardiman, and Sean Hardiman sent it down. All of a sudden, the other end of the field, it's Conor Dolphin. Had a bit of space there, ran into 2 Ahascragh Fohenagh players. He shot at the post, gets blocked down. Damien Monaghan coming in from a similar angle the last day, sent it across the field. Can Sean Callanan get this from Mullagh? Ahascragh Fohenagh are defending like everything is on the line. Sean Callanan does get the score in the end. The umpires are having a conversation about it now, so it hasn't been signalled yet, but Sean Callanan was convinced, and I think the umpire originally was going to go for the flag. We might see this again back on our screen, so we're just watching it back here. Sean Callanan there turns to his right, 2 players around him going for the shot. It has been given anyway, we can tell you that. I couldn't tell directly, Cyril, from that replay. You can give me your thoughts, but the point is allowed, and Mullagh are gone 8 points up. It's 9 points to 1.
Yeah, unless Castlefona do something. I know the second half is coming, but they need to score 2 before half time. It's about 12 minutes to go. They're unlucky there, 1 or 2 passes just went wrong, but you can see they're trying to work the sharp ball, just isn't working, and direct opposite in Mullagh, who's hitting every ball long. Even that clearance never looked up, drove it 100 yards, and it's still a great ball to a forward because it's coming very fast.
Yeah, I was just looking at a second replay of it there as well, and still was inconclusive on our screen. screens, but it was an effort you would normally would imagine would have gone over the bar. A big moment in the game. Mullagh getting the point. They lead by 9 points to 1, and Ahascragh Fohenagh certainly now cannot let this go anymore. Mark Kelly with the ball on the 65-metre line. He'll go for the shot at the post. This might drop down nicely for them. It's a 1-on-1 in there, and Luke Murray, he got a touch, but he could never get control of the ball, and it fell in between the legs of Paddy Hardiman, and Mullagh cleared the ball again. Sean Hardiman down the field, it tapped in so fast, and the shot at the post. The ball has gone over the bar, and it was Dean Fennerty with the score, and it's 10 points to 1.
Yeah, that's his second score, and it's a fantastic score from a quick a clearance out to the wing back and up, out to, well, it wasn't in Briscoe's back there. Finnerty got onto it, and a great score.
Yeah, Dean Fennerty with the point. Sean Hardiman, the man that sent it up the field, 10 points to 1, coming off the back of an Ahascragh Fohenagh scoring opportunity that they didn't manage to get anything out of. They've had a couple of one-on-one situations in there in the attack, but the forward hasn't won the duel so far. We might have another one here, but Mullagh bodies coming back. 2 players go for the ball. Eddie Campion was one of them there for Mullagh, and they're on the ground there, and the play continues on. It's won back by Robert Green. Robert Green trying to find space, gives it to Larry Tully. Larry Tully with a shot for Ahascragh Fohenagh. It's gone over the bar. It's a point that Ahascragh Fohenagh needed, their first score in 19 minutes, and it's 2 points to 10.
Yeah, the Mullagh up 8 points. It's a big lead, but it's a great score for Ahascragh Fohenagh. Tully just a little flick of the wrist over the bar. They need that because they need a few more just to get back into the game.
They've fallen 9 down. They cannot definitely let it go more than that. The wind is strong, favouring the team in the railway goal. Ahascragh Fohenagh will have it in the second half, but it's not as strong as it was in the previous game between Ballinderry and Teen Aberdeenary in the intermediate decider. Battle for possession just outside the Mullagh 45-metre line. Sean O'Brien with the clearance, sent it down towards space, but Porrick Mannion always had a yard or two up in Conor Dolphin, and he wins the ball back as the former Galway captain. Sends it forward in the direction of Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly inside the 65-metre line looking for options. The option is Larry. Larry turns to his right. He's going to go for a shot. Did he get the right contact on this? It might fall for Robert Green. Not to be, says Eddie Campion, who got the little touch off the ball to pull it out towards the corner and give him an opportunity to get it back to Cathal Kennedy. And Cathal Kennedy, Ahascragh Fohenagh have not pushed up to put the pressure on, and Cathal Kennedy will send it down the other end of the field, looking for Davy Glennon. It didn't come to Davy, but it comes to Conor Dolphin. Conor Dolphin down the left, getting away from Keane Kelly, and Conor trying to come inside there. There's Conor Kelly there as well for Ahascragh Fohenagh, and Conor Kelly's the man that gets the block in. The referee had spotted a foul beforehand, so we're going to have a free in for Mullagh, and a good chance for them to go 9 ahead again.
Yeah, it's a good chance again, and they are very dangerous to get into that full forward line. As I say, you have David Glennon there, Sean Cannon and Dolphin like that, and Glennon and Dolphin are the handfuls very, very pacey, whereas Cannon is given the extra kind of strength in that. But their backs here in front of us, Darren, they're completely on top, kind of mopping up every ball, and once they get it, they're playing one little sharp pass of the bottle up, and then as far as they can hit it, or if there's room, they strike it very, very fast. What's it, 10 points to 2, 8 minutes to go to half time.
And Conor Dolphin would be fancy to put this over the bar as he gets ready to take the free. He's already given an exhibition of scoring in the early stages. 3 points to his name, 1 from play, 1 from a free, 1 from a sideline cut. That gives him 3:45 for the championship. He's well past the 50 mark. He'll be on the 55 mark if this goes over the bar overall. Conor Dolphin with the free, goes for the post. The ball has gone over the bar, 9 points between them again. It's 11-2 to Mullagh.
Yeah, he's a lovely free taker, has an unusual style, but he's lovely taking, gives you the confidence down close in the ball.
So Colin Refrain just taking a moment there to decide what to do with this, and again they've given it away, and Mullagh on the verge of double digits. There was options, but they decided to go for the ball in towards the attack for Sean Callan. Conor Kelly is reading things well in defence for Ahascragh Fohenagh, and they'll be happy with that. Gives it to Porrick Mannion. Porrick trying to bring it out. Conor was there on the shoulder waiting for the pass, but Porrick goes himself. The pass out towards the left, and Ahascragh Fohenagh get a reprieve on this occasion, and it's now back on with Porrick Mannion. Porrick Mannion inside the 65-metre line. Ahascragh Fohenagh are trying to isolate these one-on-one situations, but Eddie Campion is lapping them up at the moment in the early stages for Mullagh, and he clears the ball again down the field looking for Conor Dolphin. Keane Kelly has lost his hurl, but Owen Delaney was there. He had a great game in the drawn match for Ahascragh Fohenagh. Finds a teammate. Now all of a sudden it's with Noel Ward inside his own 65-metre line. Ahascragh Fohenagh are moving the ball well when they find their players, but they have to keep control of the Slayer, and Owen Delaney under pressure from Sean O'Brien. It's still with Ahascragh Fohenagh. Owen knocked in the middle of all that, sent it out. A high reckless challenge, it has to be said, by the Mullagh player. Ahascragh Fohenagh are going to have a free, and the Mullagh player is going in the book.
Yeah, well, he knows he's going in the book. I think it's Dean Finnerty, well strapped up with like a high tackle. There's no complaints. He knows it's going to happen, so he will go in the book with a yellow card, and just wants to be careful. Like, he's having a good game. He's after getting 2 points. Good scores out for that. He didn't play the last day, and you can see he's heavily strapped. just, there's no bones about it. As long as they don't argue now and give away a few more yards, but they shouldn't.
Noel Ward is the player that's down. Dean Fennerty goes in the book, and Noel Ward back in his feet. He's a very determined player all the year around. Indeed, for Christmas 2018, when he wasn't representing Ahascragh, he was representing Cuiva's Reindeers in their fundraising challenge in the club as well. And hopefully that is the tradition that will continue as Christmas does every year. They'll be celebrating Christmas in Ahascragh if they win this match and come back from 9 points down. They'll be doing the same in Mullagh, but now it's Ahascragh with the free and a chance to bring this back to an 8-point ball game. The team managed by Porrick Leonard, Shane Kennelly, John Kelly and Seamus Moclair. They won't be panicking yet. There's a lot of hurling to be played before the final whistle here, but the breeze is gradually dipping as Mark Kelly takes the free for Ahascragh. The umpires like it. The ball has gone over the bar. 5 minutes to half time, 3 points to 11.
Yeah, there's still 8 points in it. It's a big lead, and Mullagh look very dangerous every time they attack. They mightn't be panicking yet on the sideline, but by God, they'd want to get some action on, because this thing could, if Mullagh get in for a goal, Darren, this game could be over.
Paddy Hardiman with the long drive down the field, batted out of the 45-metre line as Ahascragh know that the have to, which going to get a few more scores before the break, is Mark Kelly with possession there between the 45 and the 65-metre line. Is won back by Mullagh, and Mullagh win the free in the process. And Sean Hardiman has been in the middle of a lot of breaking balls in this game.
Playing very, very well, kind of playing around the middle. Very, very, very good hurler, very sure on the ball. Lovely sticksman, and nearly always takes the right option, but plays very direct. Great bit of stuff.
So Ronan Glennon is going to look like Ronan Glennon is going to take the free inside his own 65-metre line. And Mullagh, they led by 7 points at half-time in the draw match. It was 112 to 8 points on that occasion. They have an 8-point advantage here. Ronan Glennon with the free. The massive crowd here for the two games. We reckon 4,000, 6,000 in Duggan Park and Ballinasloe, enjoying the spectacle of hurling that this is. Long ball down goes to the left and wide, 7 wide in the game for Mullagh. And as we mentioned about a spectacle of hurling, of course, 2 big games in Pearse Stadium tomorrow, including the county senior hurling final between St. Thomas's and Turlockmore. That's a game we live here in Galway GATV and live in Galway Bay FM from 2 o'clock. Beforehand, Ballinasloe against Salton at Nacara at 11:45. That is the Junior 1 final. If you're planning to go to Pearse Stadium, head early to enjoy that game as well. Ahascragh with possession, trying to bring the ball out the field. Won by Noel Ward, who's playing in a deeper role than usual. Looks like he's done a bit of a swap with Sean Blaine. In general, bit of afters between himself and Cathal Dervin, and referee Sean Byrne just stepping in to try and cool us down.
Yeah, if Ahascragh could get a goal, it could really give them an injection before half time. They don't look like it though, but anything can happen in hurling. But at the moment, 27 minutes gone, Mullagh are in the driving seat.
Well, it does look like Sir they've kind of gambled in that attempt to trying to win a 1-on-1 break and get something in the first half, but they just have been losing out every single battle.
They have, yeah. You'd have to say that Mullagh fullback Camping is on top, Kennedy is well on top, Niall Cohen, they're playing well, David Lennon, Briscoe, Sean, they are on top, at the back and playing it nice and steady. When they get it, they shift it.
So Mark Kelly going to take this, but the player that's pushing inside of the camera is Cathal Mannion, so it is dropped short. He'll be knocking around there. Will Cathal Mannion has scored 2 goals in the championship so far, 220 in total.
Interesting to watch this now because Glennon is on him.
Mark Kelly drops it down the field. Ronan Glennon against Cathal Mannion. The two of them go into battle, but it's won by the Mullagh man. And he's still on his own end line, trying to find a way to weave around Luke Murray. Eventually gets the ball up a couple of yards to Cathal Kennedy. Cathal Kennedy, though, marked by Cathal Mannion. I think Cathal was taking him down with with the arms around the waist there, but play continues on. Down in towards the attack there now as Cathal Dervin loses out to Sean Blaine, who's come back out in the middle of the field. Owen Delaney gives it to Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly inside the 65-metre line for Ahascragh. Dean Fennerty's lost his hurl. Larry Tully has the ball. Larry Tully in for Sean Blaine. He's pushed back up. Ahascragh have a chance. Hand pass inside. It was just missed by Noel Ward. The hand passes in everything again was wide, but the end product and the ball has been cleared by Mullagh. Owen knocked in with a shot for Ahascragh. That has gone to the left and wide, and that's like rubbing salt in the boots.
Oh, good God Almighty. It's a fantastic move. They moved it through the lines. They did everything right. And the last pass went to, was it Owen Ward, and he just dropped it. And then it was gobbled up by Mullagh again. And then they take a shot and it goes wide. It's tough looking at them really because they needed, it was a goal they're going for, and they needed that there.
I was just looking at the replay there. I'm not too sure if Sean O'Brien got a touch on it or not. He might have just got the lids of flicks. Sean O'Brien that denied Ahascragh that opportunity. Pádraig Mannion has the ball inside his own 45-metre line. We have 1 minute of normal time remaining in the first half. We'll keep an eye on the fourth official to see how much added time will be played. We've had about 2 or 3 stops. I'd imagine we get 3 or 4 minutes, but that's the decision that the referee will make. Ahascragh have a free out. They're going to send it down towards the attack. Cathal Mannion out in the left flank. 2 players near him. There was Kevin Briscoe and Sean O'Brien. I think there was a push. My first instinct was that. So when the players finished wrestling, it looks like we will have an Ahascragh free.
It's a free in, yeah. Like it was a free from the first second. I think it was very slow blowing the whistle, really. So it's hurt in there. It's a difficult one though. It's on the sideline.
There's one of the Mullagh players on the ground there at the moment, I think, and we're just going to have a hold up for a moment. Looks like it was Kevin Briscoe on the ground. It's 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first half, so a good guess from myself as we hit towards the 30-minute mark. 3 more minutes. Can Ahascragh pick up a couple of points here and reduce this deficit? They're going to have an opportunity with this free from Mark Kelly about 35 yards out near the left sideline, attacking the town goal to the right as we look at it here in the press box.
It's a hard one though, Darren. This isn't an easy one. I thought he might try to work a short one to someone and tap it over. He's taking it on himself.
There's nobody looking to run into space in front of him anyway.
No, there's no one goal for it.
So it's all down to Mark if he can put this over the bar. Mark Kelly with the free for Ahascragh, one they desperately need, you would feel. And the umpire says, no, it's gone wide. They're 5th wide of the game.
Very hard angle. I thought it was fit that he should have tried to work a short one.
So Ahascragh still remain 8 points behind as we look, and 30 seconds gone of the 3 added minutes of the first half. And Paddy Hardiman going to take his time to make this decision. Though Mullagh wouldn't mind a score or 2 more before the break because they do have the wind. Sean Hardiman running off the ball and nobody was watching him, it has to be said. And Sean Hardiman pushes up and this will be it is gone over. And Searle, it's one of those scores there, training ground. He was just glidely moving up the left. Nobody, including Cathal Mannion, was watching him, and he took the strike and put the ball over the bar 12-3.
Brother to brother, fantastic. But he's a very good hurler on both sides. A great score, and a great ball by Paddy out to Sean, like a fantastic score. I know Ahascragh are the comeback kids, and they do it every day, but Lord, if they're not careful like this thing, Mullagh could get so much on top, it'll be hard to come back. It's hard to see them come back every day.
I'll tell you one thing though, but like as wonderful as the scores was, Ahascragh will be disappointed with how they dealt with that because they allowed the player get in range, a scramble for the ball between the 45 and the 65-metre line back for Ronan Glennon. Ronan Glennon will send it in towards the space, waiting for someone to run onto this. They haven't led by double digits yet. Sean Callan will try and change that if he can get the ball. Good marking by Ahascragh. They win it back, and it's going to be sent down to the field towards the attack by Sean Blaine. In looking for Noel Ward, I think it was inside there, but he was left on his own with 5 or 6 Mullagh players, and Mullagh have overturned the ball up the field. They're finding the players much easier. Dean Fennerty, the man, goes for a shot from 85 yards, and Dean Fennerty puts the ball over the bar in the 2nd minute of added time. It's routine. It looks simple, but it's effective.
Well, hurling isn't a complicated game. A lot of modern coaches make it complicated, but I'm telling you, the more direct you play it, if you're good enough to do it, here come Ahascragh again, sharp ball again, half blocked down.
Yeah, Dean
Fennerty. Very hard to work what they're doing.
Dean Fennerty got a touch there, but Sean Blaine is managing to hold on to the ball. Out towards Robert Green on the right. They need something, but the referee is going to go back for the free. The advantage is not accruing, though Robert Green did have a pop at the post anyway, but it will be a free for Ahascragh. 30 seconds of the 3 added minutes remaining in the first half, and it's Mullagh 13 points, Ahascragh 3, but Ahascragh do have the wind in the second half.
I don't know if that's strong. Well, it's strong enough, but Darren,
it is going down though.
If they can come back from this, like there's some team, because they are getting out hurled, and to be fair, they're coming with the short game, they're running through, and the final pass is just breaking down, which is killing everyone really.
And just when we start to write over Ahascragh, you can be guaranteed somebody will let them know that message, and they'll be up for the second half. And why wouldn't they? They won't go down without a fight, but they need to take this point, bring it back to 9. Mark Kelly getting ready to take this now. This is crucial for them, you would feel. Takes the free. It looks good. It's gone over the bar. The referee, Sean Byrne, has blown the half-time whistle, and there's 9 points between them at the break. 13 points to 4. Cyril Farrell, your overall thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, again, like Mullagh, great hurling. Like Dean Fennerty came on from the last day, has struck, is it 3 or 4 points he's got from play, but like not a lot, this their play, Sean Hardiman, brilliant, half back line, Briscoe, O'Brien, these lads are on top, and Eddie Campion in the full back line, Kennedy, very, very direct, but up front, you have the full forward line of David Lynn and Sean Cannon and Conor Dolphin. They are dangerous to hold, and they're moving. Davy has picked 2 or 3 3 points, Dolphins got 3 or 4, Cannon's got a point. Plus they're being fouled. Keith Cohen's gone out the field. Mullagh are playing kind of direct hurling, letting it go, letting the ball do the work, whereas Ahascragh are doing direct opposite. They're trying to work it through it. They've been very unlucky a couple of times. The final pass has broken down, but by God, I'll tell you one thing, like, it's a big lead, 4 points, 13, 9 points up. There's some team if they're able to come back at this stage, Darren.
Well, can they do it? Is there another twist in the tail in the Ahascragh Fohenagh year for a sensational county title, or can Mullagh get the job done after putting themselves in a similar position 2 weeks ago in the drawn match? We've highlights of the game coming up on Galway GATV. We'll be back for live coverage of the second half in about 5-10 minutes time. But if you're a Mullagh supporter, wherever in the world you are, you're happy at the moment, but a lot of hurling to be played. The half-time score here in Ballinasloe in the Brooks Senior B hurling final of 2023. It's Mullagh in front by 9. Mullagh 13 points, Ahascragh 4.
Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new Seaview apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill prom, while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
This facility is incredible, and the work they are doing to improve farmers' environments and the environments for cows so that cows are more productive and happier and comfier is incredible. It really, really is. So every single batch of rubber that comes in to be made into mattresses is tested for stretchiness, literally every single time. But this isn't the interesting stuff.
Forgetting the product for a second, they'll even design your very own cowshed, the cubicle layouts, the mats that you need, and every component needed for that situation and application.
EasyFix have their own custom mat shop, so no matter what type of rubber floors you have, EasyFix can either make it, modify it, create it, design it, or whatever, so that they've got something to fit your cubicle shed, your slat shed, whatever.
Tomorrow. No one's seen it, and yet everyone imagines it. We hope for smiles, not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones too. We hope that the light at the end of the tunnel isn't just a light. It's the sun shining on our days to come. We hope that even if we get older, we can fulfill the dreams we once had as kids. We hope because hope is a wonderful thing. It can't be conquered. It can't be defeated. And on the off chance that it weakens, with nourishment, it returns again, stronger than ever. At Allison, we believe that your hopes should not just remain hopes. They should become your reality, no matter who you are, where you're from, where you live, or what you do. That's why we spread empowerment to people across the world through over 4,000 online courses and career development tools, all for free, so that everyone can empower themselves, learn about their opportunities, connect with tomorrow, and grow from where they are today. After all, tomorrow is a great place to be. It's a place filled with possibilities. It's a place where you can be everything you want to be. With Allison, empower yourself.
Trinzo is a consultancy company that provides quality regulatory training and supply chain support into the medical device and pharmaceutical industry.
On a day-to-day basis, we would engage with companies around the world to tackle a wide range of industry challenges.
Clients will come to us with a wide variety of challenges. Those could be quality and regulatory compliance issues. They could be also really intense business challenges that they're trying to solve. And in that case, we'd put a team on the ground to make sure that they're really well supported and that they're being left in a better place when Trinzo steps off the project with them.
One of Trinzo's strengths lies in our ability to excel in demanding and complex areas. This is a challenge made possible by our extensive and diverse expertise in the industry.
I believe the future is very bright for Trinzo. We are growing at 30% per year, year on year. Trinzo is very deliberate in our culture. We are very collaborative, team focused, really look after employees. So we believe that happy employees lead to happy clients.
Coalfield Industrial, one of Ireland's largest distributors of industrial tools and safety supplies. With retail stores in Galway and Athlone, our nationwide distribution service offers next-day delivery on over 50,000 stock items. From our website, coalfieldindustrial.com. The #1 supplier of quality tools, safety gear and equipment from top brands like DeWalt, Snickers, Bosch, Stanley, Baco and many more. For professional tools and equipment, think Coalfield Industrial.
Welcome back here to Duggan Park in Ballinasloe, the Brooks Senior B hurling final replay of 2023. I'm Darren Kelly, joined by Cyril Farrell in the commentary boxes. The Mullagh team are just coming back out in the field to play for the second half, full of confidence, Cyril. Just great to see the young people mixing in with the substitutes there, poking around at half time. But for Mullagh, they're in control, but they still know that the next 5-10 minutes they can put this game to bed.
Yeah, they're 9 points up, and if they can clip on another point or two to it, like, you know, that has stretched them up to 10 or 11. It's a lot. Like, now, to be fair to Ahascragh, every day we've seen them playing there, and they've come back from the dead, I'd call it, the second half. They have been unlucky in the first half for 2 or 3 goals where they bucked the ball short, and kind of the last passes let them down. Hard to do it, like, you know, because you'll have a few players very risky to do it, and then someone will drop it. It's hard to, like, they're not all inter-county standard, but that's what they're going to try to do. A goal could change it for them. But what are they down? They're down 9 points. I see the Mullagh forwards now are chatting. They know they will feed the last there, and at the start of the second half, they had 3 or 4 chances of points that they put wide. If they got them, the game could have been. They're up.
They had one hand on the trophy. I think it's safe to say that.
So but now they have it again. I see David Lennon, like, you know, more agitated than down. They're probably looking for the next score. Any kind of a score, though, like, you know, just to win it. Cathal Dervin, a wise old soldier in there, like, even though number 11 is back, he'll go out to the wing for, like, you know, he's going to go out to the wing, and you're going to have probably Keith Cohn or someone to say centre forward. They know where they're playing, they know what they're at. Dave will come in and out, like, and he's having a big influence on the game, like, you know, he's got his few points, got his few frees.
Yeah, the cheers in the background there. Ahascragh Fohenagh coming back on the field to play as well, and the second half will be getting underway in the next few seconds. And Cyril, even touching that point as we wait for Ahascragh Fohenagh, they have the wind in the second half. They've done it before, but they can't keep going to the well, as you touched on already. But like this first 10 minutes of the second half, it's like a mini match. Ahascragh Fohenagh need to win it. If Mullagh win it, you think they'll pull away?
Yeah, like, you know, Ahascragh Fohenagh need a goal, and we'd love to see them getting one, like, it's been the game alive. They just haven't come alive fully like the last day. You know, they came in the second half the last day, big and strong. They're doing it every day. Like, it's hard to, you know, now they have thrown a bit of caution to the wind, because I see Cathal Mannion's gone out midfield with Porrick. So, like, they've gone, they have to go for broke, really. Just can't kind of keep defending. They have to go from the middle and trying to drive on from there.
The ball is thrown in. The second half is underway here in the Brooks Senior B hurling final. Ahascragh Fohenagh attacking the goal to the left in the second half. That is the one with the wind, even if it's not necessarily the scoring goal, but it was a scoring goal from Mullagh in the first half, and Ahascragh Fohenagh have won a free just from the throw-in, and this will be an opportunity. Mark Kelly is going to come out to take this. Porrick Mannion thought about having a go at the post, but it's going to be Mark Kelly. 3 frees for him in this game so far. Ahascragh Fohenagh have only scored once from play, and that was Larry Tully, the point he got on 21 minutes. But Mark Kelly again is chipping back at the gap. That's what Ahascragh Fohenagh, that's the message that they would have been talking to each other about at half time.
Darren, it'll be interesting to see how the 2 men get on midfield, because they have thrown caution to the wind, they've pushed forward, like, probably have to have been the 9 points down. This is important for you to take it down to 8.
There is just looking there, and at this time I don't think it's a mistake. There's a 28 in the field to play there. We'll just watch the free first here from Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly takes the free, puts the ball over the bar. 55 seconds in, that has gone over the bar. And Cyril, before you get your thoughts on that, there's a 28 on the field to play. Now, we made a mistake of calling it the last day, but he's wearing a black helmet, so I think that might well be Stephen Kelly that's come on at half time.
You're dead right, he's on. A lot of Kellys in this team. Here come Mullagh again.
Stephen Kelly is back from travelling there to represent Ahascragh Fohenagh for the second half. We'll confirm who's gone off in a moment, but he's playing at centre back. Porrick Mannion gone to midfield, and we'll have a look around in a moment to see who is missing. But there's a dispute over a line ball here in front of us. So just this referee's coming over to sort this out.
Linesman doesn't know what's happening.
He hasn't inclusive in the decision there. Eventually he's going to go Mullagh's way. 13 points to 5 to Mullagh. If you just join us for the second half, 2 minutes gone here, and Mullagh in control, but Ahascragh Fohenagh with the opening point of the second half, and that was a free for Mark Kelly after one by Porrick Mannion.
Here comes young Dolphin again. Connor Dolphin, he got one in the first half, and he's putting up a nice little bit of grass for himself. He's dead right, got inside the side, and he's probably going to go against swing it in. That'll swing in from left to right. He got
it from the left the first time, didn't get the contact that time, hoping to get into Davy Glennon, not to be for him. And good defending from Cian Kelly for Ahascragh Fohenagh. There's Mullagh bodies in there, there's Ahascragh Fohenagh bodies in there, but Cian Kelly finishes the job, gets it and sends it out the field towards the middle of the park. Ahascragh Fohenagh looking for another score, but Sean O'Brien says no, but he's under pressure by Noel Ward. Back to Ronan Glennon, and Noel Ward again puts the pressure on, and Ahascragh have the ball up in 50 yards. Owen Delaney comes in to help out as well, but Conor Dolphin is back in a defensive role there briefly for Mullagh, but it's eventually won by Sean Blaheen. Sean Blaheen for Ahascragh looks around for options. The option comes from Cathal Mannion. Cathal Mannion, who hasn't scored in the game yet so far, not going to score with this one. Long effort that goes to the left and wide.
Yeah, just wide, like, but there's a bit of urgency about them now. Like, they have it down to, 8. Could get another 1 or 2 just to keep tackling away, but it's still Mullagh to drive on.
Yeah, it was 8 points. The biggest gap between them in the first game, 10 in this one. As I'm still looking around there, and I just haven't spotted Larry Tully yet, but we'll have a look again in a moment to see if he is the player that has gone missing for a half time for Stephen Kelly to come on the field to play. But a long ball down towards the attack. Ronan Glennon takes it from Mullagh just outside his own 20-metre line. A bit isolated there, but manages to find Dean Finnerty. Dean Finnerty, what a first half he had with 3 points and a couple of great breaks. Conor Dolphin down the attack there now. Did he take a push? Davy Glennon is there as well, but it's won by Conor Kelly for Ahascragh. He gives it to Luke Cosgrove, the fullback, and Luke Cosgrove sending it up the field there, looking for Warwick Mannion. The foul came in, the high challenge by Cathal Dervin, and it came in late, so it's going to be a card for him, definitely, and it's going to be free out for Ahascragh.
Be definitely yellow. Like, no attempt to go down, tackle low. If you tackle high, it's always a straight referee. Like, it's a free straight away and probably yellow card, if not more. Yeah, Noel Ward was the player that went down on that occasion. The second time he's been down in the game, but thankfully he is back on his feet. You would have just seen the replay of that there. 4 minutes gone in the second half. 8 points between the teams. Mullagh 13 points. Ahascragh 5. And just speaking of Ahascragh, they have a cooking demonstration with Rachel Allen coming up on the 22nd of November. And also some of the local lads will be reenacting some funny scenes from great Irish sitcoms, including Killing a Scully. So that's an occasion to look forward to on the 22nd of November. Support that if you can. Cathal Mannion with the ball, took it from Porrick, who took the free. Sean Blaheen on the 45-metre line, getting away from 2 Mullagh players. Kevin Briscoe keeping the hurl in there, and it might just work out for Dean Finnerty to overturn possession for Mullagh. And he had briefly done that because Mark Kelly got the ball, but the referee has spotted a foul, and it's going to be a free out for Mullagh. Yeah, nothing happened. Like, they're getting no break at all. Again, they cut through. Blaheen got torpedoed. I thought it was going to be free and no free, and now it's a free up, and it'll probably come in around the full forward line of Davy Glennon, Canlon and Dolphin. Ronan Glennon's going to take the free, sending it down, looking for the brother Davy. Davy got 3 points in the first half. I'll run through the Mullagh scores in just a moment. The ball didn't work out for him. It's gone out over the line. Conor Dolphin, top scorer in this game for Mullagh with 4 points, 2 of them from frees, 1 a sideline cut. 3 points apiece for Dean Finnerty and Davy Glennon. Also on target, Cathal Dervin, Sean Callanan and Sean Hardiman in this game. They're the Mullagh scores from the first half. They have not added their tally at the start of the second half yet, as Porrick Mannion gets ready to take this sideline cut right in front of us here in the commentary box. He'll get well underneath this. He didn't get it too far. Blocked down on that occasion by Cathal Dervin, and it went off on a Ahascragh person. Owen Delaney is disputing the decision, but it's going to be a sideline cut for Mullagh inside the 45-metre line, and an opportunity. Conor Dolphin is not coming out to take this one. He's going to leave it to Cathal Dervin. Cathal Dervin sends it across. They're handing out gifts here, but Cathal Mannion missed the ball, and it's won by Keith Cohen. Keith Cohen knocked one inside. It was batted out by the defender, but the referee said there was a high challenge. I think a late challenge in Keith Cohen is what has been indicated, so Mullagh are going to get their free in. Yeah, it's a simple tap over for Conor Dolphin. It was panic in there, like the first few attacks. They've got a score all right, like, but they're just not flowing today at all, like, and not getting the breaks either. Like, any 50-50 so far have kind of the freeze, even the line ball there. It was a debate with one and went Mullagh's way, and it seems to be going their direction. So Conor Dolphin going to take this free. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half. His team 8 points to the good. Into the town goal. Conor Dolphin with the free, puts the ball over the bar. There's 9 between them again. It's 14 points to 5 to Mullagh. Yeah, what have we got? 36 minutes gone. Like, again, it's hard to see that they need a goal, and kind of maybe a goal and a point to quick get an injection into them. Well, certainly the goal is going to be required at some stage, you would feel here. It'd be very difficult to see Ahascragh outpoint Mullagh from this position, but O'Nocton, he got an important point the last day. He gives a pass back to Luke Murray. Luke Murray trying to get away from Ronan Dillon, back to Owen. O'Nocton, will he get the shot in? O'Nocton goes for a shot at the post, and that's going to fall into the hands of the goalkeeper, Paddy Hardiman, and the chance goes a missing for Ahascragh. Out towards the right, a bit of a challenging ball towards Cathal Dervin, and that goes out over the line, so it's going to be a sideline ball for Ahascragh out in the left flank, and Luke Murray leaves it for Noel Ward, who looks like he's going to restart the action. Yeah, and the Ahascragh are moving everywhere. Fast ball.
Three players involved there. Mullagh was standing off them. Porrick Mannion's the man that took the shot, but it goes to the left and wide. He just didn't get it on target.
Very near, but just shows you when your look is out. Like they need a spark somewhere, Darren. It's just not happening.
Yeah, and of course when they got that score from Larry Tully in the first half there, it looked like that was going to lift them, but they haven't built in that. So it remains 9 points as it was at half time, 14 points to 5 to Mullagh as Paddy Harriman sends the ball down past the opposing 65 metre line. Everybody misses the ball, everybody that is except Cathal Mannion. Cathal Mannion turns in his right, sends a crossfield ball in towards the attack, but the players are just not running out to this like the Mullagh players were in the first half. However, Mark Kelly there is applying pressure. Luke Murray is there as well, and Mullagh defenders are battling hard to stop the ball coming out, and eventually one of them, I think it was Niall Cohen, managed to bring it out, and they've cleared the line. Keith Cohen will send it down the left in the direction of Damien Monaghan. Damien Monaghan losing out on that occasion, and it's going to be a free for Ahascragh.
Yeah, free, and again the score will run off. Like he needs to tip this over. What's the score? 14 points to 5. You can get this, bring it back to 8, but it's a slow process. They need an injection, need a goal or two.
They need a bit of energy, sir. Even that time, it just looked like they were lacking that bit of energy. They're looking like they're wanting to let things to happen for them rather than make them happen.
Yeah, and at the moment, like there's not much ball coming up to the Mullagh forwards. Like they're kind of in the driving seat out the field a little bit, but not on the scoreboard. Like, and you'll find if Dolphin and Glennon and Camden get inside, they're still very dangerous.
The four wise men for Ahascragh, the four managers there, all management team, just having a conversation among themselves there. They know they need to make something happen here. Mark Kelly could start that if he puts this over the bar. It's going to carry. Yeah. It does go over the bar. Won by Stephen, put over by Mark. It's back to 8 points, 6 points to 14.
Yeah, you'd have to say he's very, very accurate, to be fair to him, because that wasn't an easy free, and they're back to 8.
Yeah, Mark Kelly has kept Mullagh, or Ahascragh in this game, I should say. That is 5 scores for him in the match. They've only got the 1 point from play the whole time. And the long ball down the field, batted down by Stephen Kelly, leaves it off there for O'Nocton. O'Nocton gives the pass over Cathal Mannion. Cathal Mannion in towards the attack. This is going to go, and it might be an own goal. We'll see this again. Cathal Mannion, I think it was an own goal from Eddie Campion, and it's in the back of the net. Hopefully we get one more look at that. But Ahascragh have got the goal here, sir, and you can give us your thoughts on this.
Yeah, it's a ball in by Cathal Mannion. It isn't running yet or stuck. This famous computer is on the blink. Well, here it goes again. It comes in. It's hard to see there now.
I think Eddie Campion was the player that got the touch in it. It was coming in towards Luke Murray. We'll get someone to give confirmation on that in a bit. We might get one more look at it in a few minutes' time. But it's 14 points to 1-6, and Ahascragh have got the goal. They are back in the game. There's only 5 points between the teams. And as you said, sir, if they can add another 1 or 2 points now, we have a game on again.
Yeah, well, like Mullagh will want to concede a goal. Ahascragh really needs it. But for a neutral at it, now here's the ball coming in again. It's coming high in. Yeah, Campion, hard looking. He went up to tap it out, just hit it up the top of his hurl. It's a goal, though, Darren, that the game needed for neutrals, like, to give it a lift. What is it? 1-6 to 14 points.
1-6 to 14 points.
But if Ahascragh could come back from this at half time down, what were they down at half time? 9 points. There's some team, but
they were 10 down at one stage too.
They never write them off. Put a bit of panic on Mullagh, but it's still Mullagh's to win or to lose, I suppose, really. They're still in the driving seat.
Well, 14 points to 1-6. The game is alive. The reason we're having a hold up there, Cathal Dervan just receiving some attention there on your screen. And of course, Cathal Dervan, one of the greats. He scored 2 goals against St. Thomas's in the Senior Hurling Championship match back in 2006. St. Thomas is going for 6 in a row tomorrow when they take on the Hurlickmore, the only other club to achieve the 6 in a row. That's going to be an occasion to save you. We'll have it live here on Galway GA TV from 2 o'clock tomorrow in Pearse Stadium in Galway. Ahascragh are going to have their free, and it's going to be just outside the 45 metre line. Mark Kelly is going to take this, and they need the next score to follow the goal.
It's a long way, Darren. He's only out to his own 45. It's a long way, but he has a bit of a breeze.
He has a bit of a breeze, and he has the confidence as well, willing to have a go with this. The next score after a goal often is important because it determines the momentum going forward. Mark Kelly with the free. It's going to travel. It's travelled over the bar. He's got the free from just outside his own 45 metre line, and there's 4 between them.
Yeah,
it's 1-7 to 14.
They need to push up now and win the next puck out.
So can they get another one, bring it back to 1 point ball game? Just again when we were falling into the trap of writing off Ahascragh. They've put this game back to life, and how are the last 18 minutes going to go here? Mullagh, of course, still in the lead. They have to remind themselves of that. Davy Glennon losing out the challenge. The referee saying it's touching the ground, and it's going to be a free out for Ahascragh up at the 65 metre line, and there's
Ahascragh are furious now because they see Mullagh lads kind of going down and they don't believe there's anything wrong with them.
Yeah, Sean Hardiman just went down there at the moment, and
he might have got a tip, I don't know.
Cathal Mannion is getting very
he's up
animated, but he's getting up again. The referee didn't look like he wanted to know about it, though. He was getting ready to
but he must have
restart
got a
the
tip
action.
because Hardiman wouldn't go down. These boys are tough. They wouldn't be going down fooling, to be fair.
Yeah. So Sean Hardiman there, and he's still, but he's getting himself back in position anyway. Got 2 points against Lee Mellows in the opening round. Many people didn't expect Mullagh to win that match. Lee Mellows came in as one of the big favourites for this new Senior B competition, but they did get that victory and made a 5 out of 5. Ahascragh Attenry, Lee Mellows 4 out of 4. I correct myself because they drew the last day against Ahascragh.
But Sean Hardiman, Darren, is after having a fantastic first half. It's up to him now to get back into the second half. And here we have Mark Kelly, another long range free.
Can he bring this back to a 3-point ball game? He takes it from just inside the 65-metre line. When you're on, and Mark Kelly is most certainly on in Ballinasloe. He gets the free, he puts it over the bar. Sir, there's 3 points between them. It's 1-8 to 14 points. Ahascragh bringing on the change. Ronan Kelly on for Robert Green.
Yeah, plenty of Kelly's on there. You have to say, you have to give your hat out to them. Like they came back from the dead, and here they are again. What are the 3 points down, a 1-score game? It's up to Mullagh now to react.
Mullagh need to react. They got the free from Conor Dolphin after 7 minutes. They haven't scored anything else in the third quarter of this game. The substitution is taking place. Robert Green departs, and Ronan Kelly, who's been involved in every single game for Ahascragh this season, even though he's only started one. He was their 4th highest scorer, coming in with 1-7. He is a player that can change this game. Cathal Mannion has the ball, took the pass from Mark Kelly. Cathal Mannion from his own 65-metre line. 3 wonderful scores in succession, 1-4 unanswered. There's 2 between them.
The master at work, fantastic to see. Oh, good God Almighty! This dad, when he opens up, the 2 men, they're unreal, really. Like if you've got a 15-man team, you'd win 6 All-Irons in a row. They're unbelievable. Like, to be fair.
Well, Mark Kelly played a part in that there as well. Back to a 2-point ball game. 1-9 to Ahascragh. 14 points to Mullagh. The Senior B hurling final is back to life as we approach the 3-quarter mark. And it was one stage, it was 14 points to 5 on 37 minutes. The last 5 scores all coming from Ahascragh. They hadn't scored from play. Indeed, that was their first straightforward score from play in the second, since Larry Tully's in the first half. The goal, of course, officially an own goal based on what we're looking. We'll confirm that afterwards, but they are back in the game. 3 long-range efforts in a 2-minute spell. 2 frees from Mark Kelly, 1 from play from Cathal Mannion, and 2 between them.
Ronan Glennon now on his own, more or less on his own 65, out on the sideline, taking this long-range free. Looking at him now, I'd say he's going to go for it.
This is one that could give Mullagh the lift again and get them back going. It's going to be close. It's good. The goalkeeper tapped it, and Ronan Glennon on the 3-quarter mark gets the score to get Mullagh back going again. It's only the second of the second half, and it's 15 points to 1-9.
Yeah, great score. Not an easy free, like, but again, he stepped up and took it. No ifs or buts about it.
Colin Frayne with the puck out for Ahascragh. The momentum with them now, but can Ronan Glennon's turn it around. Davey goes to ground. No foul. Gives the pass to Kevin Briscoe. Kevin Briscoe with a long drive down towards the 20-metre line. Players jump up. Nobody gets the ball. Sean Callan gets the ball. Sean Callan with the shot, and it just goes over the bar. But the one player that could make something out of nothing got possession there. It was Sean Callan.
Yeah, use his strength again. Like, it gives them they're the 4 or 5 points up again. Is it 4 or 5 they're up?
4 between them. 16 points to 1-9. Favouring Mullagh. 14 minutes remaining in this game as Colin Frayne sends the ball towards the attack. Davy Glennon gets the touch in his own 45-metre line. Out mobile around the field, sending it down to the right. Sean Callan comes out to the 45. He'll stand up for himself against 2 players, and he holds onto the ball. 3 players come to challenge him, but eventually he gets broken down by Stephen Kelly. Stephen Kelly loses out on that occasion to Sean Hardiman, and Sean Hardiman leaves over Dean Finnerty. Dean Finnerty in the 45-metre line, go for a shot. Dean Finnerty puts the ball over the bar, and just like that, 3 scores in a row from Mullagh. Have a bit of breathing space again, 17 to 1-9.
Yeah, they're going up 5 points again. They've answered it now, which is a big thing, because the last day, start the second half, they had 3 or 4 chances of points and missed them all, and Ahascragh thundered into the game. Now they have thundered into it here again, but now they have a mountain to climb again.
They have a work to do. There's 5 points between them. Mullagh 17 points. Ahascragh 1-9. The battle for possession happening outside the Mullagh 45-metre line. Sean Blaine is in there, but it's a Mullagh player with possession, and he looked like he was being held, but he brings it out, tries to get the pass with Damien Monaghan. Hasn't happened for Damien, and it's won. It's won by John Finnerty, who's just come on the field to play for Ahascragh a short time ago. As O'Nocton tries to create a chance, so does Ronan Kelly, and it didn't happen for either of them. And it's the referee has blown the whistle, so
Probably a throw in. I don't know what he's going to do.
There's a Mullagh player on the ground at the moment. John Finnerty on the field of play there as well. I didn't see him come on. He might have come on at half-time too.
But that ball there, Darren was breaking left, right. If it broke right for Ahascragh, they're going in and go, but it just broke back. So, it's still dicey enough, but Mullagh are still in the driver's seat. They're 5 up on the 47th minute, is it?
5 there, indeed. 5 points up, the 3 scores in a row, giving them control. As the hold up and play for the Mullagh player that's on the ground there, as you can see on your screen. It's difficult to make out exactly who it is at the moment, but they'll welcome the reprieve. Number 3, it's Eddie Campion, the full-back, that's on the ground, and unfortunate for himself to concede the goal, because it's a great game. Amanda's played in the Kilmacud Sevens final for representing his club. Yeah,
but as well, Darren, he's very, very steady, and as the game goes on, the same the last, he got into it and settled it down. As it went on, he's having a great campaign for Mullagh, you'd have to say that.
Having a great campaign, he is indeed, and definitely be in contention for overall Team of the Year positions in the Senior B Championship. As we're just looking around the field there while the hold up and play is taking place to see, we know Robert Green had gone off earlier on and Larry Tully went off at half time, but I did see John Finnerty on the field of play, so we're just trying to establish who's the player that is gone off to allow him on, and we'll confirm that in a moment. But Eddie Campion is getting back on his feet and getting his jersey, his helmet back in position, and a big 12 minutes remaining plus injury time in the Senior B hurling final. Remember that we do have to have a winner today. The Daniel Rees Trophy is going somewhere. We will have extra time if these teams finish level, and while that wasn't looking likely a while ago, it certainly couldn't be ruled out now. And should it be required after extra time, we will go to penalties. Wouldn't that be an historic way to mark an historic occasion as Galway's first ever Senior B hurling championship winners are crowned? But a lot of hurling to take place beforehand, as Sean Blaine is on the ground there at the moment. There's a scrum for possession between rival players. Everybody's trying to get the ball, and the referees decided to blow it up there and allow treatment to come on for Sean Blaine, and no doubt there will be a throw-in ball when we restart.
But he's in trouble. He seems to be in trouble, pain on his shoulder. That was you had to play the last time, so it was an indirect free from the half back line. But Blaine looks in trouble here, and he'd be trouble lost if he's gone, because he's one of the main players that they have.
Yeah, Sean Blaine. Great ambassador. He was captain of the team last year as well. And Amanda has climbed Crow Patrick for Peterhouse, raising over €2,000. A great ambassador for his club. Plays a bit of football as well for St. Gabriel's. He'd be disappointed that it was Caltra that knocked him out of the Intermediate Football Championship this year, where Porrick and Cathal Mannion are just 2 players here that have represented Caltra in football. So nice to have some rivalries in the club as well as around the county.
You'd imagine had to be all playing for the one football club, but that's the way it goes. They're probably from different ends of the parish. Blaine seems to be all right. He's getting up anyway, just his shoulder. And David Lennon is the same. He's getting his shoulder up. Blaine is all right.
It's the bumps and bruises. They're not just happening in a certain competition in France. They're happening right here in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe, and everybody giving everything they can. As we look at the clock, we are inside the final 10 minutes of this Brooks Senior B hurling final, live on Galway GATV in association with Stream Sport Ireland and audio listenership on Galway Bay FM. Who is going to be the champions? Will we have a winner in the 60 minutes? As a frog gets in my throat there as we watch Carl Dervin. Carl Dervin looking for a teammate, but it's lost. Owen Delaney, the man that takes the ball, and he's going to send it forward in towards the attack. Ahascragh Fohenagh need the next score. Porrick Mannion is pushed up. He'll go with the shot. It looks good from my angle, and Porrick Mannion puts the ball over the bar, and Ahascragh Fohenagh bring it back to a 4-point ball game, 110 to 17 points.
Yeah, Porrick, they're all shoved up now. Great score on his left side. He was thinking of a while, I'd say, of going running for to take them on altogether. Fast puck out again to Hardiman, Sean Hardiman midfield. Great ball up into the corner.
Sean Hardiman sends it down in towards the attack there, and Sean Callan has got it away from Luke Cosgrove. Can he find someone to get into? Sean might go himself. Sean Callan sent the ball across. 2 players there. Conor Dolphins will go. No, it's saved. It's saved by Conor Kelly.
Unreal.
From our angle there. I don't know if Colin Frame had the original save. The referee has blown the whistle. But Conor Dolphin had taken a shot that looked destined for the back of the net.
The ref is going in, but the umpires didn't wave the goal.
We're going to see here in the replay, Sean Callan sending it across. Conor Dolphin hits it first time, and Colin Frayne did get a touch, and I think it sprung just outside. So Colin Frayne with the save, and we're going to see here now, it didn't go over the line is what they're saying, no. So it's plays with that, and Conor Kelly with the clearance. But boy, I was convinced that was in the back of the net. What a save from Colin Frayne, and how critical is that save going to be?
Has kept him in the game, no doubt about that.
Ronan Kelly, there's a mistake in the programme there, but we'll have to check that afterwards, because there's another Ahascragh substitute getting ready to come onto the field to play. But on our list here, Ronan Kelly is down twice. So we'll confirm the identity of the second person coming on.
Ronan Vinnan there has been pulled for dragging down Pádraig Mannion. Should be a scoreable free for Mark Kelly.
So there's a substitution taking place there for Ahascragh, 18 for 12. But we need to just double check the identity of that substitute in a moment.
18 is Ronan Kelly.
But there's two Ronan Kellys on the list, so that's why. Do we have two Ronan Kellys playing for Ahascragh?
I think so, yeah, a lot of Kellys down there.
Well, we've wrote two Ronan Kellys, two Mark Kellys. We'll go with that for the time being. Mullagh have made a change as well. Oisin Cohen coming on the field to play for Dean Finnerty. And Dean Finnerty getting a round of applause after his performance in this game.
Yeah, had a great game for a fella that came on like with an injury. Got his few scores from play.
4 points from play he's gotten. Mark Kelly with a free on the 45-metre line. 6.5 minutes to go. 4 points between the teams. This to bring it back to 3 points again. 1 puck of the ball. That's where Ahascragh want to be. Are we going to have another dramatic conclusion? Mark Kelly takes the free. It looks like it's good. Is it good? The umpires, they're a bit disputed about this. Mullagh are adamant it's a wide. Ahascragh are adamant it's a score.
The lad on the green flag is saying it's a point, so he's going to put up the flag. He's gone back. He's waving it wide.
He's gone wide, so...
Good call.
Another dramatic one there as well, but the Mullagh goalkeeper, Paddy Hardiman, was convinced that had gone wide. We're just seeing the replay here on our screen. It's very difficult to tell from our angle. So it's a wide ball, so it remains 17 points to 110. If you're keeping up with us here in the game, Keith Cohen wins the ball for Mullagh on the 65-metre line, looking for options. The option comes from Sean Hardiman. Sean Hardiman gives the pass out. This is good for Sean O'Brien. He'll go for a shot at the post. That's going to go to the left and wide. Only their first wide of the second half for Mullagh. Ahascragh have had 3. The overall wide count is 8 wides apiece. It's still 4 between the teams, and Mullagh will want to hold that advantage. Ahascragh need to get the next score, or the next scoring chance, but Sean O'Brien has something to say about that. Gives it to Ronan Glennon, who drives it down the field for Mullagh, in towards the half-forward line. They haven't fully got going in the second half as Damien Monaghan takes the charge there from Stephen Kelly.
Yeah, it's a Ahascragh ball, line ball.
Ahascragh line ball, the far side of the field, and Cathal Mannion is going to be the one to restart the action. Inside his own 45-metre line is not exactly where he'd want to be.
What we left is 5 or 6 minutes.
It's just coming up to the 5-minute mark now of normal time. We've had a few stops, so expect again 3 or 4 minutes to be added to that. Ahascragh trail by 4. Cathal Mannion gets it down in the direction of Noel Ward. Noel Ward looking around to see, could he bring it forward? Not to be. Down the other end of the field there now, and Owen Delaney got a touch with his fist. It might have been. It was enough to break it down for Cathal Mannion, and Cathal Mannion brings it up towards the 65-metre line, past the other 65-metre line. He was a bit off balance when he took the shot. It's going to get into the hands of Paddy Hardiman, and Paddy Hardiman sends it out to a defender, and that'll be cleared by Cathal Kennedy. Cathal Kennedy down the left. Stephen Kelly going to come up to meet that. Wins the ball ahead of Cathal Dervin. Keith Cohen is there as well, and Mullagh had overturned the ball, but illegally so, free for Ahascragh.
Yeah, and they need to be scoring these now. They're 4 down. I know he missed the last one. Mark Kelly's quite good at them, but they need to nail them, because slowly but surely going down, but the clock is ticking. There's about 4 minutes left of ordinary time, about 7 or 8 minutes left altogether. Yeah, the clock is ticking. We're coming here to finish. Diarmuid O'Brien is warming up for Ahascragh. He got a great point in the drawn match for him. He'll be on the field to play shortly. I think Mark Jr. Kelly, Searle, is the player that we're missing from John Finnerty's introduction to the game. Mark Kelly, the other Mark Kelly, is going to go for a shot at the post. And this will be a chance for them to bring it back to 3. It's going to be close. It's going to drop short, and a great take there by the Mullagh defender. I think it was Ronan Glennon, and it was indeed. And he'll give it back to the goalkeeper, Paddy Hardiman. And Paddy Hardiman sends it out the field towards the middle of the park. But Ahascragh come to meet the ball, go for a shot at the post. A great response from Mark Kelly, and he puts the ball over the bar on 57 minutes. So Mark Kelly with the point, 111 to 17 points. Yeah, great score. Caught it out of the sky because the free dropped short. So there's 3 points in it, a 1-score game. So I think we're having the substitution taking place here. Mullagh have had a change as well. So I can tell you that Damien Monaghan has gone off the field to play for Mullagh.
Diarmuid O'Brien is on for Ahascragh Fohenagh. So to tell you everybody else in a moment, we will see, but there's plenty of activity in the line as everybody gives their last throw of the dice in the remaining few minutes of normal time. Noel Ward is the player that is coming off for Ahascragh Fohenagh. And his captain, Sean O'Brien, receiving treatment. He is okay and fit to continue. I'm just trying to confirm who came on for Damien Monaghan there.
At the moment now, Darren, you have Ronan Glynn moved up here right in front of us as a wing forward, and Cathal Mannion has gone with him. It's probably a pre-plan move because he'll go the far side.
Yeah, Jack Finnerty is the player that has come on for Mullagh as well, for those of you keeping notes at home. Mullagh down the attack towards Cathal Dervin. Cathal Dervin there just fails to get possession. Owen Delaney in the mix there as well. As a lot of bodies in there, but it's Stephen Kelly that has it, being pushed back, and Stephen Kelly to Cathal Mannion, and Cathal Mannion clears the ball, and Cathal Mannion down in towards the attack. This is Ahascragh Fohenagh 3 points behind. Pádraig Mannion moving down the left. He took the pass from Mark Kelly. Pádraig Mannion, was he held there? I think he's indicating he was held. And he's brought down with the referee. He's given a free out. He's given a free out. And Pádraig Mannion is not happy about that, sir.
You couldn't blame him not happy because he's hurt. You couldn't blame Ronan Glynn either, or Ronan Glynn for tackling and pulling the hurl, but it was definitely, he had the hurl held, there was nothing he could do, and then he's dragged down and he gives a free out. Oh, good God almighty.
Yeah, we're looking at that there now as well, and it looks like a poor decision against Ahascragh Fohenagh. It has to be said there as the referee's walking in. There was a bit of arguments, and afterwards there's a player on the ground there at the moment. So a lot going on here in these closing stages of this Brooks Senior B hurling final. Mullagh in front by 3 points, 17 points to 111 is what they lead.
Big decision there now, Darren. And again, I know the refs, it's hard to referee because you have to be very, very fit, but this game is fast. He's got her bad, like Ahascragh Fohenagh down here in the bridge in front of us. They're gone mad, and you can't blame them because definitely it should have been a free. And he was trying to cut through, he could have tapped over for a point. He was trying to create a goal. You couldn't blame Ronan Glynn for getting back and tackling. But it's a vital free out, and it's an expensive one on Ahascragh Fohenagh.
The honour there of meeting Martin Richard there from American, watching the game there. He's just heading towards the exit to get out ahead of the traffic. A man who does so much support for.
Yeah, but you want to tell him there, Darren, the real stuff starts into injury time here in Ballinasloe.
Well, anybody who was with us 2 weeks ago know that with 7-0 only get going with the 60-minute mark hits. But Ronan Glynn is still receiving treatment there at the moment. But just going back to the point as well, for Ahascragh Fohenagh, we the advantage of seeing the replay here as well. Yeah, and it should have been a free in.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the referee hasn't that advantage. To be fair to him, he's following, it's hard to keep up with the play because it's up and down the pitch, so Ronan Glynn will be fine. He's getting the helmet on. It'll be interesting to see how many minutes injury time, because there's a lot of it in the second half, but we don't know what's going on. We don't know yet.
I'd be expecting 4 or 5. We're waiting for the fourth official because the 60 minutes are nearly up here. It's Mullagh 17 points, Ahascragh Fohenagh 111. Ronan Glynn is okay. The fourth official is the 6 minutes. Yeah, we're going to have extra played here, so 6 more minutes remaining in this game here between Mullagh and Ahascragh Fohenagh, and it's still all to play for. There's 3 points between the teams, and anything that was certain beforehand is certainly not certain now. Cathal Mannion has the advantage with the clearance, and he's saying he was striked on the side there and he's not happy, but the referee was given the advantage, has blown the whistle. I think he's having a chat with Kevin Briscoe.
Yeah, he'll get a yellow card.
So a yellow card for Kevin Briscoe for the challenge on Cathal Mannion, and Ahascragh Fohenagh will have a free out inside their own 45-metre line. Briscoe goes into the book.
Yeah, he's back a long way, but knowing him, he'd probably top it in around the square. He's just settling down, having a look. They're 3 down. It's a big one.
I think he's asking Mark Kelly, does he want to come down for this or not? Because Mark did walk over towards the 65-metre line.
It's a mile away from goal, to be fair. Mark Kelly's probably doing the right thing.
That's exactly word for word what Mark Kelly said to Cathal Mannion there, because he stopped at the 65-metre line, gave him the signal, and told Cathal to drive it down yourself. Cathal Mannion to drive it down there as Ahascragh Fohenagh try and push through. Ronan Kelly is there. There's Pádraig Mannion, and it's gone wide. Ooh. It's gone wide. We'll need to see that again.
Good God, it beat everyone. He got a flick to it.
It went across the goal, I think. We might get one more look at that. But it's gone wide for Ahascragh Fohenagh.
Shows you what can happen. We're going to look at it here again. High ball
again, broke out towards the left. Ronan Kelly was there. Ronan Kelly was trying to clear it. And Pádraig Mannion right across the goal and out wide. And that is a chance that Ahascragh Fohenagh.
Hurling is an unreal game.
Ahascragh Fohenagh will regret if they don't save this game in normal time at least. There's finger waggings at everybody. Davy Glennon wagging the finger at the linesman. Ahascragh Fohenagh. Now there's a bit of afters between himself and Conor Kelly. And Davy's going after his hurl. Conor Kelly's pushed out towards his own subs, and there's a Mullagh motor boy
want to get out of that, so he would.
Ahascragh Fohenagh player going off the field having a bit of shoving, so it's definitely getting feisty is the word I'll use, sir.
Yeah, and Cathal man is going to go. What's he going to do? He wants to make up his mind. He's twisting and turning, heading around the house.
So Cathal Mannion get it forward. There's still loads of time for 2 points for Ahascragh Fohenagh. Down towards the attack. It's one back by Mullagh, and Cathal Kennedy will clear it for them. They've only 2 players pushed up though. So Luke Cosgrove will get a touch there to deny Conor Dolphin. Back for Cian Kelly. Cian Kelly in his own 20-metre line. But his clearance is blocked down by Conor Dolphin. Can Conor get it again? No, says Cian Kelly. But there's another player steps in. A chance is Keith Cohen. Keith Cohen out in the left from an acute angle. It goes across the goal to the right and wide. There's something about these two teams, sir, you just can't script it.
Here we go again, 3.5 minutes left. Long ball by Pádraig Mannion.
And the two
skyscraper.
A skyscraper of a ball all the way down towards the attack. But it's well plucked in the sky by the Mullagh defender. Might have been Cathal Kennedy again. He finds a teammate back to help out. And they'll bring the ball up the field towards the 45-metre line and cleared away on that occasion.
Now we have a game.
It was Oisin Cohen, the man that got it there. Owen Delaney back in towards the attack with a carry over the bar. It's gone over the bar.
Look at that for a score.
Ahascragh Fohenagh.
Delaney again, fantastic score.
Delaney.
The game is really livened up now. They're all going for broke, especially Ahascragh Fohenagh, because they have to. What's it? 1-12, 15-17. About 3 minutes left if there is.
15-17. Owen Delaney with the score out on the left. It's 1-12 to Ahascragh Fohenagh. 17 points to Mullagh. Down the other end of the field is Conor Dolphin. Conor Dolphin looking for support. There's support around. He's on his own. Ahascragh Fohenagh fighting for the ball. The referee says he took too many steps, and it's going to be a free out for Ahascragh Fohenagh. And a chance now to bring this back to a 1-point ball game. Well, not directly because they're back near their own D, but a chance to set up another attack, maybe another skyscraper. Nearly 4 minutes of the 6 have been played.
That's what you're going to get. It's got in around the house.
Mullagh holding on again. Cathal Mannion, the man that's going to take the free. This will be direct. Down, looking for the break. Whether that yields a green flag or a white flag. He wears blue and red. He doesn't mind on this occasion. Cathal Mannion with the free. Is it county carry too much? Can it stay in play?
The wrong one.
Too much purchase on us.
Yeah, the one place he didn't want to go way wide on the left. Didn't want that anywhere around the house to do. Still in the melting pot, but Mullagh in the driving seat, still 2 up.
4th wide of the second half for Ahascragh Fohenagh as the linesman puts the flag up. So I'm assuming we have a substitution coming on there, and it's going to be a substitution for Mullagh. And it's number 9, Shane Connaughton. He's coming on the field to play for them. And Cathal Dervin's afternoon is run. He's the player to go off.
Yeah, he's put in a good shift, he's given it everything.
So we have the best part of 2 minutes remaining in this game, we would feel. Not guaranteed. It's 17 points to 112, favouring Mullagh. Ahascragh Fohenagh back in the game that they once trailed by 10 points. Davy Glennon has the ball for Mullagh. Sends it down towards the attack. And straight away now Mullagh have a 1-on-1 situation as Shane Connaughton, I think, sends it across. Might work out here for Sean Hardiman. And he collides with the goalkeeper, Colin Frayne. And it's called
Look at that for a spin. Look at that for a spin, Darren.
It's a spin out there. There was a bit of afters the other end, but Cathal Mannion sent it down towards the goal. And again, an important touch for Mullagh to bring it out towards the corner, away from the goal, and give them a chance to regroup. 5 minutes and 20 seconds of the 6 have been played. It goes out over the line, and it's going to be a sideline ball for Ahascragh Fohenagh, and an opportunity here for Mark Kelly.
Yeah, look at the two boys here in front of us.
They're pulling out of each other.
Wrestling match.
The two number 8s are pulling out of each other, and there's just that bit of friction and tension as you'd expect at the end of a county final. The Brooks Senior B hurling final. The referee Sean Byrne from Carnmore just trying to get everybody to calm it down. Mark Kelly about to take this.
Hard to be calm here, Darren, in this.
Sideline cut back in the direction of Stephen Kelly. Stephen Kelly outside the 45-metre line. Going to send a Gary Owen style ball in towards the attack. They trail by 2 points. Mullagh have to be careful. Ahascragh Fohenagh, one touch could save the day, but the touch comes from Sean O'Brien. Finds a teammate and he drives it down the field, but only as far as Stephen Kelly. Ahascragh Fohenagh will have another go. The 6 minutes have been played. This is Mark Kelly. He's sending it down. Is it going to carry? Is it going to carry? Has it gone over the bar? It has. Mark Kelly puts it over the bar on the 66th minute, and there's 1 point between them, Cyril. 13-17.
They'll get one puck out. Depends on who wins it. He'll give them one puck out. Usually does.
One chance for Ahascragh Fohenagh
to have to win the ball.
Paddy Hardiman, it's all over. There's no one more chance. And Mullagh are the Brooks Senior B hurling champions for 2023. 17 points to 113. A finish we'll talk about in a moment, sir. But first, I have to ask you the players that impressed you for both teams and your overall man of the match.
It was a fantastic campaign. Look at Ahascragh come back from the dead. You know, again, they were out of it at half time, out for most of the second half, got the goal and then came right back into it. You know, Mullagh deserved to win. Again, they led from start to finish more or less. They were the more evener team. Ahascragh have some brilliant hurlers, but the scores that they got, like Dean Finnerty came on, got his 3 or 4 points from play, like it wasn't played at all the last day. David Lennon had a great campaign, Dolphin, Canlan, all these lads. And the Manions, Sean Blaine was kind of injured. The Manions were very, very, very good. Sure, they're brilliant players. If you could have enough of them on any team, you'd be weird. To be fair to Mark Kelly, might have missed an odd little free here or there, but he got a lot of them, nailed a lot of them. Tough one to lose by a point. And I suppose the man of the match, over the whole hour, now over the 70 minutes, will be Sean Hardiman.
Sean Hardiman, Mullagh's number 8, is the man of the match. He'll receive a trophy for that at the moment. But Cyril, now give us a chance to catch our breath. What a finish it was. Didn't have the blockbuster goals that we had the last day, but such tension, such moments, such misses, such breaks. Yeah. But Mullagh hold on to win by a point.
Mullagh hold on to win by a point and deserve to win. But how Ahascragh can keep, like we've seen it now, Darren, many times, doing this every day, come back from dead. And I kept feeling today they'll never come back, in the sense that they weren't going well. They had chances the first half chances, and they broke down, didn't get them. When that usually happens, it's not your day. And Mullagh came out, got the first point, but slowly but surely Ahascragh drove on, and the next thing they got the goal, and in the end they were unlucky, they kept driving on, beating a point, could have gone either way again. Two evenly matched teams in different ways. Mullagh have the more balanced team, and even their subs, both subs played well, come on, they have the more balanced team, whereas Ahascragh have a few players that would grace any club team or any county team. Mullagh have theirs as well, but overall they're a more balanced team than Ahascragh. It's a tough one, Ahascragh to lose, to be beaten a point in a replay is hard, but someone had to lose, and as you said, if we went to a draw today, it was going to go to extra time. If that was an extra draw again, it was going to go to penalties. It's unbelievable that, to me, Ahascragh nearly performed a miracle again. I know they'll be disappointed, but they came back from the dead. Mullagh will feel, I think, what did they score in the second half? They were 13 at half time. They only got 4 points in the second half, which isn't a lot. With the way they were playing, you think they get a lot more. But it just shows you how much that Ahascragh, they were 4 at half time. They got 1-9 in the second. It just shows you how much they came into the game. It wasn't that the breeze was that strong there, but it was their heart, and they just kept. Now they did throw caution to the wind. They had the 2 men gone up centre field, and they pushed up and kind of threw caution to the wind, and in the end it nearly paid off.
It did nearly pay off. They went 10 points down. There was 9 between them at half time. But I always wondered, as you mentioned, the breeze mightn't have been that strong, but it was significantly there. And were they maybe naively tactically in the first half, because they allowed Mullagh to take control, create the space at the other end of the field, and hit some memorable points?
Yeah, well, you see, Mullagh, as we said from the last day, play a very simple game plan, very direct and getting scores. Now it didn't work in the second half, but the sense is that, to be fair to Ahascragh, they powered into the game. But Ahascragh are running the ball short. You have them coming through one man into another, onto Kelly or onto Blahindies. But then if the final pass, it nearly worked, but it didn't work. When it doesn't work, then it falls down. And there was one turning point there. They missed a goal here and went up the other end, and Mullagh had to go. They're small margins, but they're big at the end of the game. I think there was a point that Mullagh got there. Again, you saw the contrast in size. Paddy Hardiman cleared the ball out to Briscoe. Briscoe fed Sean Hardiman over the bar. Paddy Hardiman puck out quick. Carl Kennedy, long ball, every ball. David Lennon, or Ronan Lennon, long ball out to the corners. You had Davy one corner and Conor Dolphin. They're dangerous forwards. You had Cannon, the hustle and bustle up front. I'd say in the full forward line they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Davy got about 3, 8, 10, and that's not counting the frees. That's a lot from the full forward line. Now, to be fair to Luke Cosgrove and King Kelly and Mark Kelly and these guys inside, they got the grips in the second half. Campion was the same, Campion, Kendi and Cohen, the full back then, very, very steady. Campion was in a hard look for that goal. He thought he was blocking it out, just took a deflection. Just shows what can happen though. You can play all the fancy balls you out to the corners and lovely spin ball to the forwards, but most of the goals will come from around the square, and even one of the Campions, when it's in around the square, anything can happen. We're one of the subs was very hard look, or Mannion Park was very hard look not to get another goal near the end, got a tip onto the just a beat over, just went by the far side of the post. So that'll show you how tight the margins are. And again, look at great days hurling, both finals, intermediate final, fantastic game. This final is hard to live up to when there's a big one in front of you, but this did as well. As it went on, it got better and better. And remember, you were saying your few friends were leaving, and I was saying they should stay on because anything can happen in this game.
But it was just so tense there as well, because you wondered Ahascragh were creating the chances to hit that 1-4. Yes, maybe a bit of fortune about the goal they had. Arguably, I should have had a free in later on as well that didn't go their way. But Mullagh hit 3 quick points in succession that proved to be the winning scores as well. Ronan Gillen with the long range free from the 65, and then Sean Callanan after doing a bit of work. Dean Finnerty as well getting the score, and it proved to be enough. Though Ahascragh will look back and say we had plenty of chances, regardless of any decisions. We had plenty of chances to save this game.
Well, I suppose to be fair to Mullagh, like they were probably saying to themselves, "God, here we go again. Are we going to get caught again?" Like, because a few years ago here they got caught with 2 late goals by Ahascragh. They nearly got caught the last day by them, and they weren't fully caught, and they were nearly caught today. That was bound to enter into the psyche of the lads, even on the sideline. Is it not going to be our day after all, after playing so well? But hurling can turn, as you know. 5 or 6 in football points is a lot, but in hurling it's nothing. Like, and see the Ahascragh lads out there. To be fair to the Ahascragh and the followers, they're gone out and they're all around them because they know that they've died with their boots on. Like, came back from the dead. Mullagh deserved to win. There's no doubt about that. Like, probably on both days really. Like, they dominated for most of the game, but it shows you can get caught in hurling. Like, and a goal in hurling can turn a game inside out. 2 great games, very enjoyable, and I just hope tomorrow is enjoyable in the stadium.
I'm just keeping an eye there on the players there. We'll be wrapping up our talk, and as soon as they start moving their way towards the presentation area. Searle, what does this mean for Mullagh? There was a lot of uncertainty about what this new Senior B Championship will be like. I think everybody is unanimously agreed it's been an unqualified success. But for Mullagh, they haven't won a county title in 20 years. They haven't won a senior title in nearly 100 years. They hadn't competed in the senior final in nearly 60 years. But this is going to be a massive kick for a club that have been struggling with the numbers. They're amalgamated with Kiltormer at underage level at the moment as well. But a competition like this, whether it will be the same if Ahascragh had won, a shot in the arm that promoting the game in their areas need.
Well, it's a county final, and it's a cup. It's a Daniel Reeves Cup, first time. It's history. It's first time to be won. And like Mullagh, to me, like even in the senior times when they're going well, they're a good championship team. They're always very, very hard to beat, and they'll get the best out of the players. Like, whatever way they pick them, like, you'd have to say the likes of the Infinity, who will probably be on all year and he was injured, came on today, played very, very well. They got their matchups kind of fairly right. So did the Ahascragh. But like switching back Ronan Glennon as the season went on back to centre back, putting Davy in the full forward line with Canlan and Dolphin, that gave them kind of strength inside. Getting Briscoe back to playing again, getting Cathal Dervin back. These experienced players, and then you have the fellas like Sean O'Brien coming on. Cathal Kennedy, thought he was lucky the last time he taken off, tough as nails, cornerback, very direct. Campion, he knows how to play full back, Campion does. And Niall Cohen playing very well. Paddy Hardwell, good keeper, good hurler. You can play Paddy Hardwell anywhere because he has the wrist. No more than his brother Sean. Like, these guys are a good hurler. They'll be quite happy up, and they'll be looking forward to the draw. They're up in A. They'll want to do well. They'll be quite happy if they're able to settle into A and kind of stay up there. They'll want to win a cup, but you couldn't see them winning the cup yet. But yet, funny things can happen. A small thing, well, not a small thing, but you never know what turns the season around. I remember Kiltormer, when they came first to Druid Killimor in the intermediate final, won the replay, and the following year they won the cup. And who's to say if they didn't beat Killimor in the replay? If Killimor won the first day, maybe Kiltormer would never have come. You just don't know. So you don't know where the road turns from a victory like this. Ahascragh, look, they died with their boots on, but what they're doing is nearly impossible. Every day, like we see them, Darren, we've seen them many times this year, down at half time, 7 points, 9 points, start second half, down 10 points. And you say to yourself, good God, like, how can they come back again? And sure enough, back to come. Like, they keep coming, they keep trying to work the goals, to get a few points. Now today, Kelly was very good from the frees, got most of them, like, and got a lot of hard ones. Next thing the goal came, and then the momentum, even though Mullagh were still ahead, the momentum was still, even though Mullagh with 3 or 4 again up, the momentum was still with Ahascragh, and they finished very strong. They finished on the attack again.
And it was a great season for both clubs, regardless of the result, because like last year they were fighting off relegation to the intermediate ranks as well. Like Ahascragh from quarter-final 2020 had to survive beating Teen Abbey by a point, and they had to beat Mullagh in a game beforehand. They just didn't win it by enough to avoid playing that match. So I'm just keeping an eye there for the players to come down there. We will be heading over to the presentation. I can see the relevant players there are being called up on the stage, but there's all family at the moment.
A lot of photographs been taken. Look, it's a fantastic day, like, and it's a day that you want to remember. You want to listen. The life can be tough at times. You want to enjoy the big occasions, and you definitely want to enjoy the happy occasions, because down the road, life will go on and things will happen. So like when you can enjoy them, and this is like sport, Darren, is really, it takes you away from life in the sense you're playing what you love to play and you're trying to win, and it makes you forget about what's happening around you, and that's what should happen. But reality can bite back very quick again.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out there as well, just before we finish up. Mullagh, of course, their commemorative wall being built at the moment. They have 9 more blocks to sell, so get in to support them as well. And a big AFL women's match taking place there next March. It's been a fantastic competition we said so far, and even for the teams, sir, that are not here today, they'll be up competing. I think we are starting to see now some activity working its way towards the presentations. We are going to wrap up our talking coverage here, but don't go away. The presentation is coming up. I'd like to thank Cyril Farrell for joining myself, Darren Kelly in the commentary box, and to our cameraman Dermot Flaherty there, who's been giving you all the pictures throughout the day. Remember, 2 o'clock tomorrow, Pearse Stadium, the Brooks Senior A, or Senior Hurling Final, as you call it by its proper title. St. Thomas is against Turlockmore. Will we get 6 in a row? We'll know more by then. But with that being said, we're going to wrap up here in the commentary box and head down to the presentation where Ronan Glennon, the Mullagh captain, will become the first ever recipient of the Daniel Reeves Trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, just before we get to the presentation point, just a few quick thank yous. First of all, I think we have to compliment the 2 teams who've given us 2 unbelievable games. What drama in the 2 games, so massive congratulations to the 2 teams for this huge drama. A massive thank you to Sean Byrne and all his team of officials. Without our officials, we don't have a game. They're integral to our Gaelic games. They're massively important, so massive thanks to Sean and all his team of officials and umpires today who make our games possible and our championships possible. A huge thank you to all of them. As well as that, I'd like to thank Christy Brown, Willie Ward and all associated with Duggan Park. It was in magnificent condition, given the time of year and the weather that we've had lately. It's always turned out well. As I said earlier, it's probably the busiest GA pitch in the country. I credit to all of them for having the facility in such fine condition today. So thanks Christy and Willie and all the team at Duggan Park. And to Ahascragh, Fohenagh lads, there's no consolation, anything I can say or anyone else can say to you today. All I can compliment you on is 2 magnificent games and the way that you had shown massive character in both games, obviously to get back and draw the last day. And today, again, it was a tough first half for you, but you showed absolutely huge credit and massive character to the way you came back into the game, lads. And again, went down to the wire, small margins and hard luck, and the best of luck again next year. With that, we'll move on to the presentation period. Mullagh, excellent performance all the way through the championship this year. Unbeaten, I believe. Some excellent performances along the way, as I said, contributed to 2 magnificent games in this Senior B final. So massive congratulations to everyone associated with Mullagh today. Brooks have come back on board as sponsor of Galway Hurling Senior Championships again this year. We're massively delighted to have them back on board. Liam Brady and all the team in Galway have been huge supporters of us, and we're delighted that they've continued to do that. And with that, I'm going to ask Liam Brady to present the man of the match to today's Sean Hardiman. And with that, I'll hand over the Daniel Reeves Cup to today's winning captain, Ronan Glennon.
Gives me a great pleasure today to accept this cup on behalf of this unbelievable team. Mullagh! I don't have to prepare now, so I'll keep it short and sweet. I think it'd be fitting, first of all, to thank and say fair play to Ahascragh Fohenagh. Lads, we've had some serious battles of G the last couple of years, and you've got one over us more than we have in ye, and it's testament to yourself. You're an unbelievable team, skill, work rate, but above all, you're absolute gentlemen as well. I know a lot of you, and you're fucking sound men. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. I'd like to thank County Board for running a serious competition this year. I think people were sceptical how it was going to be ran, but I think it was nothing but a success and fair play. Thanks very much. I'd like to thank the groundspeople here in Duggan Park. It's been a tough week. Weather-wise, that pitch out there is absolutely unreal and fair play. Thanks very much. I'd like to thank the top table there in Mullagh. Anything we've ever asked for, anything at all, you've given it to us throughout the year. I'd like to thank as well the ladies that are there in Mullagh, giving tea, sandwiches, soup, dinner, everything. It doesn't go unnoticed. We absolutely appreciate it. Fair play. Thanks very much. I'd like to thank the backroom team there we have in Mullagh, the S&C coach David Mannion, Tom Fairty, Noel Daly. I know I'm going to leave lads out, I'm very sorry, but you're unreal to us. Thanks very much. To Derek and Eamon, I suppose, like what we say about the two of you, you've instilled some serious belief in us this year. Something we probably haven't had the last couple of years. We haven't had a few great years, but we knew we had something in us, and you brought it out in us. Thanks very much, and fair play. And the man that's always there every evening, an hour before everyone else, setting everything up. This man needs no introduction. Michael O'Connor. To all the supporters that are here today, the colour that's been around the parish the last couple of weeks is absolutely unbelievable. To see the kids coming out, it's nothing I've ever experienced before. There's absolutely nothing like playing for the parish in Mullagh. I absolutely love it. We love it. Fair play. Thanks very much. To everyone who's given sponsor to us over the last couple of weeks as well, it's coming from all sides. Fair play to you. Thanks very much. As the lads standing here in front of me, like what can I say about this group? We've gone through a lot the last couple of years, haven't made the standards that we should have really, but we deserve this today, lads. The work we put in through this year is absolutely unbelievable. Lads, this is for you! We'll see you all in the wing!
you.